Hello and welcome. Hopefully you are joining us from comfort of somewhere nice, either your home or your car or I guess wherever else you may be watching us from. I am Katie, or Sweet KT. I'm your dungeon master and adventure leader for this mini adventure that we are running. We have a couple of recaps and announcements that we'll go through first before we hop right into the adventure, and also let people continue to tune in and join us as they stop by. Hello, Leaf in the Wind. Welcome. So first things first, we will go ahead and let everybody introduce themselves before we do our recap. So like I said, I'm Katie. I'm the Dungeon Master. And I am excited to get going and dig a little bit deeper into this story of Unexpected Wedding Invitation. Kristen, you want to start and go ahead and introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Kristen, but in the game, my character is Helena. I am a half-elf wizard. Definitely got some chaotic goodness going on, and she is pretty smart, wants everyone to know she's smart, and is definitely looking for some clout. So we'll see how she does today.
All right. And Charlotte, how about you?
Hi, my name is Bree, and I'm playing Charlotte. I'm the younger sister of Phoebe. I'm a human ranger, and she's kind of like disillusioned with how the society is, so she's kind of determined to make her own way, kind of an independent thinker. And so far hasn't been rolling very well. So on the hunt and the dress shopping, didn't get the best deal out of it, but hopefully dancing will be her thing today.
That's it. That's right. Exactly. And then Aurelia.
Hi everyone, I'm Izzy. I'm playing Aurelia. I'm a high elf fighter. Aurelia Augustine is the full name. And she likes to be the best at everything all the time. We're going to see how that plays out today.
Excellent. And then last but not least, Phoebe.
Hello, my name's Carrie, and I'm playing as Phoebe. I am a human rogue, and I am, as Bree mentioned, I am Charlotte's older sister. Very much an older sister vibe. She likes to have a plan, and likes when everything goes to plan. But she also, has a little bit of, while she's lawful, very much neutral as far as, wants a plan and wants things to be right, but also thinks if people, don't deserve the things they have, then they shouldn't have them. So
totally normal way of thinking.
Yeah.
All right. And then I will just give a little bit of background for those of you who might not have seen any of our sessions before. We are playing an Unexpected Wedding Invitation, which comes from this. It's a romantic mystery adventure. It's a D&D 5th edition compatible, so it's technically not official D&D content, but it is published by Midnight Tower, which is a third-party publishing company. They publish a bunch of different sort of like mystery, intrigue, deduction adventures, and they're compatible with D&D 5th edition rules. So that is what this one is. It is just a mini adventure. So actually, we are on our third and probably second to last session. I guess in theory, there's a possibility that we end tonight, but probably we'll have a shorter last session next week on Wednesday as well. So for a little bit of recap, our 4 adventurers here were invited because of a connection. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. Oh my gosh, Jacqueline. Hi. Our 4 adventurers, Phoebe and Charlotte, used to campaign with and travel around with somebody named Lysandra or Lysandrea, and she left after a couple of years of adventuring with them to go serve her family duties. She felt sort of a responsibility back at her family. So it's been a little while since Phoebe and Charlotte have seen Liz, but she just sort of out of the blue invited them to her wedding, which was happening, but specifically had a little of a private note for them saying that she needed their help with something. And so they took the invitation and took up the call to attend and see what their old dear adventuring friend might need from them. And so they showed up at the wedding. On the way, they did meet up with Morgan Lavender, who is a bard, who is also friends of the groom and had been attacked by goblins. They saved him and his instruments. And then when they arrived at the wedding, they ended up walking in right as the hand fasting ceremony was beginning, and got to witness that event and then talk to Liz a little bit about why she had called them on their assistance for the wedding, other than just inviting them as old friends. And she mentioned that the Darlington family, which was Lord Maximilian Darlington, her new husband, his family has a curse that goes back generations that says that something harm will befall somebody on the Darlington family when the oldest Darlington gets married. And this has been happening for generations. Supposedly the legend is that an older member of his family decades and decades ago somehow accidentally hunted or poached a fey creature, thinking that it was an animal in the forest around them. Hello, and thank you for the follow, Atlas. And the fey creature, with its dying breath, caused the curse on the family line. Lots of the Darlingtons seem to have sort of dismissed it as urban legend, and that it just happens to be coincidences that things negatively befall their family. But Liz recently found out about it and is very concerned, and so she invited all of them here to sort of keep an eye on things, see if there's any danger afoot. Last session, turns out there was danger afoot. They split up. Half of the group went with the Liz and a couple of her bridal party and friends to a picnic, where they were just going to enjoy a picnic on a hill and play some parlor games and be entertained by Morgan, the bard. And then were unfortunately, surprisingly attacked by a group of boars, and they thankfully saved everybody, although there was some I believe it was Morgan who it was Morgan, right? Wow, I'm like totally blanking right now. Yes. And who it was that had been injured, but everyone made it out alive, no danger lasting past the fight. I will also mention
Also the lady in waiting, I think, right?
Oh, Rosalinda? Was she the one who got super attacked?
She also got hurt too.
She
yeah.
did get hurt. I do remember that. Yes. And then our other half went with Lord Maximilian and some of his groomsmen on a hunting adventure, and they were looking for deer. There was a little bit of a wager set upon by Lord Maximilian and Aurelia, which unfortunately Aurelia lost. Or maybe fortunately, maybe that was her intention.
Her plan all along.
It was her plan all along. But she wagered him on who would get the first kill on the hunt. And they did manage to slay a handful of deer for their feast later on for the wedding. But alas, Aurelia was not one of the ones who got the first kills, and Maximilian was. There was also a surprising attack after the deer had been hunted by a giant snow bear, and the snow bear mauled Milton, which is the manservant of Lord Maximilian, and he was accompanying the party. And thankfully, again, they managed to land the killing blow on him and get rid of the snow bear so that it was no longer attacking them. Yes, thank you for the new sub, Atlas. Sorry, I didn't want to forget my train of thought, but thank you so much for subbing. Yes, so we sort of ended with both groups returning to Silver Lodge, which is the converted hunting lodge. This is Lys's family's elvish lodge that they have converted a couple of decades ago to be a little bit more glamorous and beautiful. A reminder that the Argentus Forest, where this takes place, has a lot of symbolic and religious meaning for the elvish culture, and specifically with the deity of the moon goddess Selene. And so it's definitely it holds a lot of weight in their culture, and having the wedding in forest in the forest and near the waterfalls here is part of why Lys's family wanted to do this. With that, we are gonna pick back up back at Silver Lodge. Everybody has gotten cleaned up a little bit. Those whose dresses were slightly bloodied by the attacks were repaired, thankfully.
Or replaced.
Or replaced. One of those, unfortunately, was not Charlotte's dress. So Charlotte is still in her very out of date purple season, old season dress. But everybody else, for the most part, has pretty high quality wear that they're wearing, even if it's just been tweaked a little bit to be nicer. And we are going to begin with sort of after all of that freshening up has taken place. Any questions that you guys have about that? Any recap things I forgot? All of you guys?
I don't think so.
No?
I think
No?
I'm good.
Okay. All right. So after you all reconvene, are a little bit freshened up from the fight, finish, telling your stories of what had happened on your separate adventures at the picnic and at the hunt. You are sort of escorted, all of the wedding guests are escorted towards the terrace, which is the same place where that hand-festing ceremony had taken place. And it has been totally flipped around to be a ballroom. So it is now illuminated by torches and poles. It's still, it's like dusk right now, so it's still light enough that you can see by some of the sunlight that's still present. But obviously it's not going to be for long. And so there are torches and hundreds of candles that are hanging from lanterns. There's a big pergola ceiling over like the main area here. And the courtyard has been completely transformed into this very spacious dance floor. There are large, extravagant flower arrangements everywhere. And at the far end, you hear a string orchestra that is playing a lively tune as all the guests begin to make their way into this courtyard. And the evening kind of has this a little bit more relaxing, upbeat, romantic atmosphere that you hopefully are able to, and the rest of the guests are able to forget some of the maybe high anxiety energy from the previous afternoon's activities, and can just enjoy some dancing while the feast is prepared from all of the food that you brought back with you for after dancing. So
Boars?
with that,
What boars?
what boars? Yeah, what boars? What snow bear? So with that, the music begins to play. All the guests start mingling, and you see, after most people have made their way in, you see Lys and Lord Maximilian entering together as a couple to, some small applause as everybody looks at the beautiful new couple. They've slightly changed outfits. Obviously, Lord Maximilian is out of his hunting gear. He's taken that off. And Lys has on, done her hair slightly different for the evening festivities. And they enter in, and the orchestra begins playing a lively waltz at first. And Lys and Lord Maximilian take to the floor to have their beginning opening dance as a married couple together. And soon after they start dancing, you can see other couples start to join the dance floor as well. And sort of as is customary, they kick off the dancing, but it is not just meant to be a spotlight on them. And as you all are kind of standing together watching and observing this happening, Lillian and Thalgian approach your group, and Lillian comes up to you, Charlotte, and says, well, Charlotte, would you be interested in dancing this evening? I'd love to join you.
Sure, I would love to. Will you send my dance card?
Yes. I feel like it's like the modern day version of like exchanging numbers. Yeah. So you send your or you hold out your dance card, and actually, I think I can change our image here so that we can all see the
I always
dance
wondered
card.
how that actually worked, like in Bridgerton. They don't show people signing the dance card.
Yeah, they just like
It's
skip right
actually
past that,
happening.
but obviously you have to do it for it to work. Yeah. So you have you hold out your dance card, Lillian takes it. She writes her name in 2 dances, and just for knowledge, it's pretty customary, both of you guys or all of you guys would know this, pretty customary for when you are either asked to be somebody's partner, invited to be somebody's partner, or you invite somebody to be your partner, that you essentially sign up for 2 dances together. So she writes her name in for 2 dances with you, and then and this would essentially, it would be for like after this first dance is over. So during the first dance, you guys are all just kind of observing, and then so dance 2 and 3, you'll be with Lily and Charlotte. And then I also mentioned that Thalgian came over. As a reminder, Thalgian, and actually do you guys remember what all these people look like too, or do you want their photos?
The photos
You
would
can
help.
resend them.
Okay. Let me...
I scrolled up to find them again, but it'd be good to look
Yep.
at them
I'll
again.
just resend them. So that one is Thalgian, and then let me change it here as well so the chat can see. So Thalgian is, as a reminder, is Lys's cousin. He's a high elf, also as a reminder, Lys is half elf. Her mother comes from a high elf noble family, and her father is from like a wealthy merchant family. Well, he himself at least is fairly wealthy. He worked his way up, but her mom's family sort of disowned them from that elvish nobility line when she married a human. And also not so much because of his race, but more because he wasn't noble himself. All right, and then we have Lillian, who I mentioned as well. Lillian, who just asked you to dance, Charlotte, is Lord Maximilian and his brother Sebastian. Their half-sister. Not half-sister, adopted sister. She is half-orc. And grew up with the Darlingtons her whole life. She was adopted when she was a child. And she's also a very skilled hunter. She was on the hunt with you all. Yes, very, very much not necessarily used to the traditional or care about the social graces of the rest of society as much as her brother.
Is that why she just like approached Charlotte? I mean, I feel like they haven't been introduced yet, have they?
Yes. Yeah, they were on the hunt together.
Yeah, we talked.
Oh, right. You went on the hunt. I'm sorry. I was like, what?
Getting us
you
confused again.
Picnic, right? No. I had the other sister. I'm sorry.
She had 2 very shiny crossbows, I think.
She did, yes. She had 2 very, very nice ones. And she had, if you remember, she had like a saddlebag built into her horse that had quivers in it. So she was very prepared for it. Yes, and as a reminder for you guys apparently as well, but also for chat, the 2 people who went to the picnic were Helena and Phoebe. So the 2 on the ends of the stream, Kristen and Carrie. The 2 who went on the hunt were Charlotte and Aurelia. So again, culturally, right, you want to be introduced to somebody before, you don't just like go up to them and introduce yourself. And so, yes, the 2 on the hunt were introduced to the hunting party, and the 2 on the picnic were introduced to the picnic party. So everybody doesn't technically know all of the other people or have been introduced to them yet. But you guys, at least also for context, probably caught each other up on everything that happened. So even if you haven't been formally introduced, you should at least all know who everybody is based on your conversations with each other.
Gotcha.
So those are the 2 that approach. So Thalgian walks up And Thaljian, he walks up to you, Aurelia, and he says, I know we didn't get a chance to talk much during the hunt, but I was impressed by your skills and the way that you commanded the hunt and also taking care of that snow bear. It was quite impressive. If you would be interested in dancing, I'd love to capture your attention for a couple of dances.
Well, I can't deny you with that kind of flattery. Of course I'll dance.
Excellent. And again, Thaljian is sort of like the very much like picture of grace. He is like very composed in everything that he does. And you can see he takes your dance card and slots his name in as well for 2 dances with you, Aurelia.
Perfect.
After
do we know how to dance?
Well, that's what you're gonna find out.
Valid question.
No.
Our D20 will tell us.
Yes, exactly.
I imagine that Charlotte and I would, right?
Would know how to dance. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. All of you guys know a little bit of how to dance, either because you have experienced it before, because you've been trained in that area or come from that background, or just because you can pick up what people are doing and kind of just blend in with the crowd, and you at least just follow the lead of your partner, if nothing else, so you can always attempt. Whether or not it goes well is up to you.
Great.
Quick side note.
Yes.
I did notice that my character has a set of red and white fine clothes, so I would have changed clothes, and I'm not in gold armor.
Oh, okay, perfect. So Aurelia, you've changed into a beautiful evening red and white. You
A
said
peppermint stick.
I'm a
I don't know that
peppermint
it's
ball
red and white striped. Is that what it is?
It just says red and white fine clothes. So
Yes,
yeah,
I think it's just
red and white
a
ball gown.
yeah, exactly.
Why do you have fine clothes? I only have 2 sets of common clothes.
I think
Mine
probably
technically
in a fighting
doesn't even say that.
You don't have any
So-
clothes.
I don't know what that says about me.
I think that probably Aurelia is just the fact that she has a little bit more maybe formal things she has to sometimes go to as a fighter, whether that's
Yeah, I
like,
actually
Look
have
presentable for the award ceremony.
exactly. Yeah, you
actually do have dark velvet clothes with a deep hood
There you go.
for sneaking.
For sneaking.
A little
If it
different
gets
than the butterfly
If
dress.
it gets chilly tonight, I'll pull my velvet cloak out.
if
Casually.
you have to do some sneaking.
Or if it's just cold. I don't know.
Also true. And then after Lillian and Thaljian walk away from your group, you see Sebastian and Gallienne walk up to you as well. And as a reminder, I'll send you their photos too so that you have them.
It's like I remember Sebastian, but not Gilly.
Yes,
That's
yes.
Liz's sister.
You did.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
You met
Okay.
her at the picnic.
I did.
You did meet her.
I remember
A
her.
lot has happened since the boar attack.
That's true. The
Not
boar
just
attack
yet.
was first. Yeah, the boar attack was first. All right, so Sebastian walks up to you first, to all of you as a group here. And now, hold on, I'm going to show his picture on the stream. And Sebastian specifically comes up to you, Phoebe, and he says, I really enjoyed hearing about the bog curse that you mentioned and some of the other adventures
Yeah,
that you've been on. So
definitely real.
if you wouldn't mind, I'd love to escort you in the next 2 dances.
I would be delighted. Thank you.
And he signs his name in 2 dances for your dance card. And then Gallienne, who is Liz's sister, her older sister, comes up to you, Helena, and says, you were quite good at those riddles, the parlor games that we played, and I am just, I was so impressed that I would really love nothing less than for, to entertain your company for the next few dances here, if you'd be interested.
Oh, it would be my pleasure. And have you met my other 2 companions as well? This is Charlotte and Aurelia.
Oh, it's so nice to meet you. You must be the other ones who have traveled with Liz in the past.
You guys have to say something now.
It's not me.
I
Yeah,
just introduced her to
technically
you guys.
Technically, I hadn't met Liz until just recently, but we're here with Phoebe and Charlotte, who are good friends with her.
Oh, I see. Excellent. Well,
Happy to support the lovely couple.
yes, well, of course, and any friend of Liz, I'm sure, is a friend of our families. So welcome, and it's nice to meet both of you. And
The
she
pleasure is ours.
she sort of nods at you all as a group and heads back off. So all four of you have dances enlisted for the next couple of dances at least. Yeah, I'll give you a moment while the first dance is wrapping up if there's anything else that you'd like to do.
You know, just
Investigate the
keep an
punch
eye.
table.
I like that. I was gonna say keep an eye on the perimeter.
Okay.
You know.
Keep an eye on Max's brother and
Punch for
sister.
poison.
Go ahead and roll a perception check if that's what you're doing.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. It's not good. 6.
6. The dance is beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pretty twinkly lights.
Yeah.
You know.
As you look around, you just keep getting like more distracted by all of the lanterns and all the other like beautiful decor, the large bouquets of flowers, and yeah. And you're like, oh yeah, right. I was supposed to be checking the perimeter.
Yeah, it's okay.
Sorry. I have that.
So, can I determine what dance that they're dancing currently?
It's a
yes,
waltz.
it's a waltz.
Oh yeah, you said a fast waltz.
Mhm.
I guess the people that asked us are not currently dancing, right? 'Cause
Right.
they talked to us during the dance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we should definitely keep an eye on Max's brother and Max's sister, though. So,
Yeah, more than anyone.
All of them will be at least both of them will be dancing with you guys next dance. All right. Well, the waltz wraps up. And
Well, I was gonna check the punch for poison.
okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed that. Okay. Go ahead and roll an investigation check for me.
Here's my investigation. Oh, it got stuck. My dice got stuck. Hold on.
How does
try
that
that
even
again.
happen?
I had a giant dice stuck in my little tower.
Oh no.
15.
15. You grab a cup of punch. You sort of do a quick little sniff, do a taste just to make sure there's nothing that seems off about it. It appears totally safe.
Are the like siblings and everybody standing close enough that we could introduce them to our friends too?
You could do that when they come to get you for the dance.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll just say we did.
Yeah.
Does everyone have heard about us?
Maybe you've heard of me.
Everyone have heard.
What did you say, Bree?
Nothing.
Oh.
What did you
I'm
do?
hearing.
right.
Yeah, somebody I think has the stream with sound on.
Did it go away?
I don't know.
Yeah, we have to talk. Okay. I think
Okay.
it
Yeah.
may have been
Sound
Carrie.
okay?
Yeah.
Okay. It was
think-
on mute.
That's okay.
Weird.
An ad popped up though, so it could have been that.
Maybe that was I. Bree, did you say you wanted to do something before the dance?
No, I'm just keeping an eye on Maximilian and his siblings.
Okay. Yep. Everybody right now appears to be enjoying themselves. They're, obviously the dancing just began, so everybody for the most part is gathered right here. Like you know,
We can see.
you can see like everyone just kind of standing around.
Could I
do we have eyes
maybe?
on exits?
There are
Yeah,
lots of exits because it's outside.
We're like
So
outside.
yeah, there's
Oh, right. Okay.
yeah, so there's exits to, like, the garden area. There's also obviously like the main entrance back into the Silver Lodge itself. And there's people going in and out of that. There are servants and things like that going in and out of that pretty constantly.
Speaking of which, can an unseen servant, if I cast unseen servant, can it keep an eye out for us?
What is the specific wording of that spell?
It says it is a invisible, mindless, shapeless force that performs simple tasks at your command, and it said it can do things like that a human servant can do, such as fetching things, cleaning, mending, folding clothes, lighting fires, serving food, and pouring wine.
Yeah, so I think it more does like tasks. I don't think it would be able to, like, because keeping an eye out for something requires you to use like your intelligence to deduce, like, is that a normal thing that person should be doing? Is that not? You're sort of it's like you're analyzing the social situation a little bit with perception versus like
All
a
right.
task. Yeah.
Okay, well,
Sorry.
that's all I got for us. I don't
All
have
right.
any other way to keep watch while we're dancing, so yeah, good luck, everybody.
Before we go on, can I scout around the perimeter, like out, kind of like leaving the dancing area out into the kind of darker outer area and look for like forest fae or any kind of magical creatures that might be like involved with the curse?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
20, got 16 plus 4.
Nice. You do a quick kind of, but still trying to stay a little bit inconspicuous, I'm guessing, like perimeter check. And there doesn't seem to be anything like foul that appears to be like no weird creatures or, like, things that just seem off about. I mean, it seems pretty well lit, pretty well guarded. There's like, a handful of servants that are standing at entrances in case guests should need things. And yeah, so it doesn't, at least right now, it doesn't appear like there's any danger outside.
Thanks for checking for us, Charlotte.
Do some detective work outside.
So as the waltz wraps up, your respective partners that have asked you to dance approach, and then the music begins to pick back up for another waltz that's one a little bit slower. And I'm guessing so like Carrie said, you guys would like to just make sure that you guys are introduced to your respective partners. Yes?
Yes, please.
Okay. So then that way, all four of you guys are now officially introduced to Ghislaine, Sebastian, Lillian, and Valjan. All right, so the way that the dancing works, you all head out with your partners. I am going to need everybody to roll either, you can choose, a performance check or an acrobatics check. So, and then how you do will depend on what you roll and how well it goes. So let's go ahead and we'll just start. I'll go in the same order that I asked you all. So Lillian and Charlotte. Charlotte, what did you roll for your dancing?
Me? Sorry.
Uh-huh.
13 for acrobatics.
A 13. Okay. So as you are dancing with Charlotte, you may not be necessarily as like formal or outgoing or as charismatic as other dancers. You can see, like when Maximilian dances, obviously it's like a performance for the world. But you do know how to follow and you do know how to keep up steps well. And so you successfully managed to dance with Lillian and look well doing it. And so you actually gain an admiration point for Lillian for your fine dancing skills. You also have the opportunity when you're dancing with her to talk about one topic or have one question. Obviously, it's not like you can't have like a full-blown conversation because you're dancing, but if there was like one thing you wanted to ask her or talk about, you can.
Okay.
Is there anything?
Yeah, I just want to ask her. So Lillian, have there been other weddings in the family since you've been part of it?
Well, the Darlingtons, you know, we have Maximilian is our oldest brother, and sort of as is customary, he is the first to be married. But you know, there have been other weddings in the Salanthe family. You know, not so much ours, but I don't know if you've met Gallienne, the older sister of Liz.
Yep, we were just introduced.
Yeah, so she was married, but unfortunately, her husband passed away, which is she's now a widow, which is of course, you know, a sad affair for everybody involved, but she seems to be holding up just fine.
That's so sad to hear.
Yeah.
Has there been anything peculiar in family history about weddings on the Darlington side?
Well, actually, it sorry, hold on. I'm just checking something real quick. No.
Gallienne's husband that died?
There's not. No, sorry. She asked if there was any other things about the Darlington weddings. No, sorry. I just was checking. I wanted to make sure all my facts were right before I answered your question. But no, she says no. The our family otherwise, you know, as far as I've been around and a part of it, obviously I'm not full blood into the family, but they treat me like their own. And yeah, I've never seen anything suspicious. That's
Okay.
I was gonna say that's your question. Yes. You just keep dancing. All right, next up, Thelgian and Aurelia. Aurelia, how successful is your dancing with Thelgian? Let's find out.
I got a dirty 21.
Oh,
for acrobatics.
okay. So,
Which is in character.
What'd you say?
Which is in character.
Yeah. So as you are dancing with Thelgian is a lot more like formal in his dancing. You can tell too that he seems a little bit almost like distant, like he's not fully present in the dancing, but following the steps that he's like his whole life known how to do. And about like halfway through, he actually like starts noticing how well you're doing, and like you can see him like suddenly be very invested and engaged in this dance. He's like, well, this is quite lively, and you are an amazing dancing partner. Like, this is your music. You guys are the right height match. It just works very well. And so much so that you notice actually another couple dancing near you. You see that Rosalinda and Milton are dancing near you, which is like the lady in waiting of Liz and the manservant for Maximilian, and they both observe you and actually are impressed by your dancing skills as well. So you gain an admiration point from Rosalinda Milton and 2 points from Thalgian for that. Great.
Nice.
I'm just
amazing
waiting
dancing
for Rosalinda and Morgan to dance because I feel like that's going to happen. They were very flirtatious at the
Could
picnic.
conspire to push them together. Just saying.
Ooh, that'd be fun. Yep, that's gonna happen.
You know, maybe we shouldn't be sidetracked too far from our original goal.
Fine.
Fun.
Oh my gosh, Carrie, your comment. Noticing me, noticing you. So good. And then if there's one question or anything or specific topic you'd like to ask Thalgian, now's your chance.
I'm so distracted with dancing so well. It's like hard to focus.
You don't have
It was
to. It's okay.
a very good dance. You got 4 admiration points. That's a lot.
It is.
I would like to know, where did you learn to dance like that? No. I would like to know how were your travels coming here to the wedding?
My
Like, where did
travels.
he
Well,
come from?
yes, I typically spend my time with the Elvish noble court. But they were fairly uneventful on my way here. I love any excuse to visit the Argentus Forest. It's obviously means a lot to my family and to my culture. So I was happy to come support, um, any event or function that is occurring in our family.
It's been quite some time since I've been back to the Argentus as well, so the feeling is mutual.
Mm-hmm. And he's like clearly just pleasantly enjoying this dance with you. Next, Sebastian and Phoebe. So Phoebe, tell me, how's your dancing go?
Really good.
Really good. You guys.
I also got a 21.
Oh. Whoa. Okay.
I wrote in my notes,
I
am a kick-ass dancer.
I am a kick-ass dancer. I love it. Okay, so
Very talented.
You are. And did you, just so I know, did you use acrobatics or performance?
Acrobatics.
You did. Is everybody using acrobatics? Is no anybody?
I get +5 for acrobatics, of course.
Makes sense. Yes.
I'm using performance.
Oh, good. Okay.
But I get +2 for both.
All right. So Phoebe, you and Sebastian are dancing together, and he is seems a little bit more recovered from the harrowing afternoon that you all had at the Breeze Hill. But he just like he seems like he's a little bit more pleasant than, and maybe a little bit more outgoing than he was then as well. He does, you every once in a while you do notice him like look around, like, he does seem a little bit like he's still just keeping an eye on things, that he seems still concerned, sort of that same thing that you noticed at Breeze Hill, but he seems more relaxed than he did earlier, maybe confidently knowing that there are other capable people who can take care of all of those that he loves that are here tonight. So anyways, you begin dancing, and you just quickly match step with his, and it is impressive to watch. Man, like with both of these couples right next to each other, you guys just look like you've been dancing your whole lives together. And Sebastian is just like, it's almost like the better you get, the better he's like getting as well, and you both feed off of each other, and it's a beautiful sight to watch.
You danced so well, you made Sebastian a better dancer.
You did, yeah.
Wow.
And you notice to the side of you is where Thalgene and Aurelia are dancing, and Thalgene, even though you just met, looks over at your dancing abilities and like he clocks that you're clearly also a very skilled dancer, and you actually gain an admiration point from Thalgene even though you just met him. And then you also gain 2 admiration points from your partner Sebastian. Is there anything else that you'd like to ask or while you're dancing?
I want to ask him, so what prompted you to want to go adventuring after this wedding?
Well, I think this is a change in our family, and I think this is a good opportunity for me to set out on my own course and maybe make my own space.
Does the family expectation is there typically a lot on your plate like when you were growing up and everything?
That's a different question completely.
No, we're dancing really well. So I think we get an extra question.
he I mean, my expectations have never been the same as my brother's, but I have always put my family first when possible. And you know, I've always been interested in traveling, but just it's a little bit harder when your family is still trying to do things. And when our father passed away, even though my brother took over, if there was things that I needed to be responsible for, I made myself available for that. But now he has lists for those things, so I this is my opportunity to set out on my own.
I hope you enjoy your newfound freedom.
I hope I enjoy it as much as I'm enjoying this dance.
Which is a lot.
Which is a lot.
I liked your...
yeah.
That's really good. We're really good at dance.
Yeah, it's very good. So good. Okay, so, and then last but not least, we have Helena. You are dancing with Ghislaine. So go ahead and let's just see how well your dancing is.
I got a 7.
Okay. Listen, you know, sometimes it just takes a little bit to warm up your dancing shoes.
Your legs
right.
are sore from all that boar fighting.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I did get pretty beat up, okay?
You did. And despite having a brand new dress and you know, feeling like this was gonna be beautiful, and you said you did performance, right?
Yeah.
As
I tried my best.
You tried your best. As you're dancing with Ghislaine, the dress, as you start to dance, you realize, like, even though it fits and it looks beautiful, it is just a little bit too long. And so you end up just like tripping over it every once in a while. So much so that, like, you can see Ghislaine is like starting to get a little bit frustrated, and she ends up like having to like really take control over the dancing so that you guys don't you know, completely run into other people while you're tripping on your dress consistently. If there's a question you'd like to ask, you still can, though.
Okay. Your sister and her new husband seem a wonderful match. You must be ecstatic for them.
Yes, it's quite a good match. I'm very excited that she has found a good partner. I think, you know, it'll please our family really well. My father has always wanted to establish a more formal connection with the Darlingtons, so this is a good way for our families to be officially united.
Am I allowed to keep talking,
No.
or did I suck too much at dancing?
She is so focused on not falling or running into other people that yeah, that is the extent of what you can have with you're really focusing hard on not continuing to trip.
I'll do better next time.
Don't make promises you can't keep.
After this waltz begins to wrap up, the orchestra begins to sort of go right into another one, and Ghislaine says, I'm actually quite thirsty, so I think I'm gonna go get myself a drink. And she excuses herself and does not dance with you for her second dance.
So sad.
Savage.
Ouch.
I have secondhand embarrassment.
Dude, I did 9. 9's not that bad.
No, you got a 7.
You said 7.
Oh yeah, you're right. I was adding 2 to the 7 I had.
To be fair, you're like basing it off of 2 21s that were rolled before you, so like, you know,
We're really
they're just,
good.
like, just did really well. Hey, don't get overly.
I know,
this
I'm
is-
getting
this is
too
only
confident.
Yeah. So
I said we can only go downhill from here.
Yeah, exactly. So that was the first pair of dances. So we're gonna do this like in sets of dancing essentially. So you do continue dancing with your partner a second time. Unfortunately, Phoebe, or not Phoebe, but unfortunately, Helena, you are not you don't have a partner for this second dance.
Well, I'll make my own unseen servant and dance with them. No, I'm kidding. Can I spend this time checking the perimeter and being extra hyper vigilant?
Sure, yeah. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Hopefully it'll be better than 7.
Oh my goodness, hello, Lauren. I'm gonna guess that's Lauren.
I got an 11.
11. All right.
Better than a 7.
Yeah. You, as you're checking the perimeter, you see that now that the first couple of dances are complete, not everybody is necessarily dancing. There's a little bit more. Like you see some people who will go off into the garden, and so there's a little bit more flow in the entire grounds and the lodge itself, but otherwise nothing seems off or amiss.
Cool. I'm not gonna feel bad. I'm gonna feel great.
You're being really, really helpful.
Yes.
I tested the punch already, so performance enhancing.
You guys look beautiful out there.
Hey, but you look really beautiful, remember?
You do look beautiful. Walking is no problem because you can hold your dress up a little bit so that it, you don't trip on it. It's just when your hands are occupied, you start to trip a little. All right. So after the second dance is complete, you all there's a slight break or pause in the music. Morgan actually goes up to the orchestra and he is gonna perform a little bit in between some dances, and so let's see how well he does.
Yes.
It is very good. Morgan performs this like special ballad that is pretty well known by everybody, and it's a love story and very appropriate for the setting and for the mood that is happening right now. And you can see Liz and Max are especially excited, and applaud afterwards. But in the meantime, you're approached for some other dances. So Liz and Max actually come up. They both thank you again for coming, and they have obviously shared their own conversation of what happened this afternoon, and Max is very appreciative that you all saved Liz and her bridal companions from the boars that attacked, and vice versa. Liz congratulates you on your hunting prowess, Aurelia, and also thanks you, Charlotte and Aurelia, for stopping the bear from continuing to attack even more people on the hunt.
All in a good day's work.
And with that, Liz actually asks you, Phoebe, if you would be interested in accompanying her on a dance. Even though, she's like, I can spend the rest of my life dancing with Lord Maximilian here, so I'm going to take advantage of this opportunity for two old friends to be able to dance together if you're willing.
Absolutely, I am.
Oh, I should send or at least put up the picture of Liz and Max.
Oh, yeah.
Too. Yeah. All right, so as a reminder, this is Liz. And then this is Lord Maximilian. Oh goodness. And Lord Maximilian turns to you, Aurelia, and asks if you would like to dance. And as he's about to ask this, Lillian actually comes up as well, after dancing earlier with Charlotte, and is like, well, brother, I was going to ask, Aurelia to dance next. And it appears that there's like a little bit of a contest for who is going to dance with you next. And Max is like, but I'm the groom. My choice should obviously matter most. And she says, you didn't always get what you want just because this is your wedding day. Maybe we should let the lady decide. And she lets you decide, Aurelia, who you'd like to dance with.
That is a great point, Lillian. I will dance with Lillian.
Oh, you're gonna spurn the groom in front of her?
It's a little bit of payback, if you will, for my lost wager earlier.
Okay.
Dang.
Oh goodness. Maximilian says, It's no bother. I'll hopefully be able to dance with you again at a next couple of dances. Lillian can have this one. Ladies first anyways. And so he tries to play it off like obviously this was his idea that Lillian dances with you.
I feel like Aurelia and Maximilian are a little bit too alike. Sounds familiar.
Yes. And Maximilian is actually going to look at you, Charlotte, and goes, I will happily take Charlotte if she would be so willing to dance instead.
Of course, Lord Maximilian.
I guess I'll dance with you.
Sure, I'll be your second choice, Max.
Whatever.
Sure.
All right, so the way those three at least have paired out is that Liz, you and Phoebe will be dancing together for the next two dances. Max and Charlotte will be dancing together, and Lillian and Aurelia will be dancing together. Yes. All right. Oh goodness.
I'm gonna take every opportunity to just little digs at Max,
Yes. You can tell he it's sort of like a border of he laughs at it, but then he's also like a little bit offended. He's like
love-hate relationship.
Yeah, he's not sure whether he wants your admiration, but he's also a little bit like, why is she being so difficult? Yes.
Hard to get.
Clearly. All right. So, and then, as you all are there, Sebastian comes up. He actually witnesses this little exchange happen, and after Liz and Max walk away to keep listening to the Morgan's next song, Sebastian finds you, Helena, and says, "Helena, if you wouldn't mind dancing, I would love to be your partner for the next round." And I don't know if you saw what just happened with my brother, but seems typical. Remember I was telling you about his ego. It's kind of nice to see it get shot down every once in a while.
Oh, you were spot on with his personality when you were describing it. And I would be delighted to dance with you.
Excellent. Well, then I will see you for those next dances. I look forward to it.
Myself as well.
Signs his name on your dance card for the next two dances.
Okay, then as he's walking away,
Mm-hmm.
I want to cast alter appearance or alter self.
Oh, okay.
Make myself a couple inches taller and make my legs just like a little bit stronger.
Yes.
So this damn dress don't trip me up again.
Advantage on the next dance.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That's amazing.
That is amazing. Okay, so you cast alter self. Suddenly, you just a little bit taller, and the gown hem, instead of dragging on the ground, rises up just slightly, and you feel like, you seem like you could probably dance a little bit more freely now without worrying about tripping.
How tall is Sebastian, though?
Sebastian he's not that tall, but Gallian wasn't that tall either. So yeah, he's
it's not about him, it's about the dress. And I don't know how to sew. I can only cast alter self.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I'm really laughing at the comments in chat right now. It's great. Oh my gosh. All right, so with that, Morgan wraps up the next ballad that he's playing, and the orchestra takes back over for dancing, and you and your partners join back up for a second round of dancing. Don't roll. I think it'll be more exciting this time if when I get to you roll, so we just get to see your reaction when it happens instead of all of you rolling at once. So
I agree.
so we will go ahead and start with Liz and Phoebe. So go ahead, Phoebe. How's your dancing with Liz? You're muted. Don't forget to.
I know.
Okay.
It is a 23.
Oh, a 23.
So I'm even better.
Yes. Wow,
There was-
guys.
Didn't have to go down.
Yeah, right. You said that there's only room to grow.
I know.
down,
I was
but
like, well, I
Way
rolled a
down.
16 last time, so there is room to go up.
that's and that is technically true. So, all right. Well, Phoebe, you and Liz have obviously spent a lot of time together. Probably nights just dancing around the fire for fun, anyways. And when you were adventuring, and so this just like
We have a
immediately
good
feels.
rhythm.
Yes,
Yeah.
it feels so comfortable. The two of you are just like, when you watch like two friends who just know each other well dancing, they're like in their own world, laughing, having fun together, and they just like, it makes you want to be like them. That is what happens when you guys dance together. And you can tell, even though this is her wedding, and in theory she would, probably be in high spirits, she just seems to like relax a lot more when she's dancing with you. Like this is like true joy versus a little bit more of like formalities that she's felt. And it is just like a pleasure to watch. She absolutely loves it. You earn 2 admiration points from Liz for this. And then actually, not only that, but next to you is is Max and Charlotte. And Max is, you can see he's thankful that Liz looks to be having like she's enjoying herself. He still looks a little
He's not
bit
jealous.
No, he does not look jealous. He just looks he looks actually a little bit like he's still reeling over the comments and the rejection from Aurelia.
Does not deal with rejection well.
No.
He does not.
He could stand to be rejected a few times, I think.
That's my goal.
I love they went to lots of music festivals together in their youth.
It's true.
Yes.
We did.
I should mention that this dance that you guys are dancing is a quadrille, so it is much more upbeat, and makes sense a little bit
It
more.
fits.
If there
Yeah.
was a music festival type of song that existed in type of dance that existed in the Regency era, quadrille is kind of it.
I think we went to Bardapalooza a few times
Yes,
in our day.
yes, Bardapalooza. Is there a question you'd like to ask Liz while you're dancing?
Probably should have thought of that. Just I guess I'm curious because did she already tell us how his dad died? Because he mentioned his dad had passed. So did we already know that or no?
I don't think she told you that. How
Okay.
he died?
But I also
we knew he had passed. They mentioned that while we were at the picnic, I think. But
so
we don't know why.
But I also feel like I don't want to ruin this fun moment. So I'm gonna, we're like dancing, we're
How'd your
having
dad
fun.
die?
It's not her dad, but still, that's
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
I think I'm gonna maybe wait for later. And just this reminds me of the good old days, and I so far, hopefully the bear and the boars are it, but we'll keep our eyes open.
You can see she's like yes, especially like this seems like this kind of conversation that happens like as you're wrapping up the end of
Yeah,
this,
because
and
I'm like, while we're dancing, I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't want to be like, you seem
Yeah,
so relaxed.
exactly.
By the way.
by the way, so as you're like finishing out and she's just like seems so much more like free and relaxed, she's just like, yeah,
We've got this.
it does remind me of the good old days. I miss them, that we had so much fun together, and sometimes I think back like, what if I just went out on the road again, but I'm sure with time I'll grow to love the new responsibilities and duties that I have, but right now I just especially in the moment, this makes me miss the good old days, that's for sure.
Well, maybe you can still find ways to do adventuring here and there.
Maybe.
you know,
I
we
don't
can
think
always-
I don't think Maximilian would probably love that, but maybe.
Well, he doesn't own you. So
I just imagine Aurelia in the background.
Yeah.
yeah. So I hope you can stay relaxed and have fun tonight, and we'll have it handled.
I believe in you. I hope so, and hopefully there's nothing else concerning that occurs, and we just get to have as much fun as we just had for the rest of the
I hope
evening.
so too.
All right. After you is we have Max and Charlotte. So Charlotte, how does your dance with Lord Maximilian go?
I have a 14.
A 14. Okay, so similar to your dance with Lillian earlier, you hold your own. It is a really you do a good job keeping up with him. He doesn't seem like the most attentive partner. Like he is clearly simultaneously watching Liz and Phoebe like laughing and having the best time of their lives, and then like glowering a little bit at Aurelia dancing with Lillian. And he doesn't even seem to be like that engaged dancing with you, but every once in a while he sort of is like he is like a subtle nod of approval, like, oh yes, this is fine, this is enjoyable. And you do earn an admiration point from him for being able to like keep up with his skills. And so what, if any, question would you like to ask him?
I'm just curious about the copper mines. So, Lord Maximilian, your family's been working in copper mines for generations, and I was wondering if you ever got to spend time in them, and if anything unusual ever happened.
Yes, well, yeah, our family has, for many generations had the mines. We, when you say unusual, what do you mean?
Just wondering about any, unexplained accidents, or I don't know, any unusual creatures, perhaps anything from nature.
No, nothing too out of the ordinary. To be honest, I don't really bother myself with like going in the mines themselves, but they, as far as I know, they operate normally.
Well, it's probably safer for you to stay inside the.
Yes, I don't have the right skill set for that, and there are others who are more expendable. I mean, good at it.
Yikes.
Well, glad you can be safe and sound in the mansion.
And he's just like, yes, quite, and keeps dancing. Next, we kind of see Aurelia dancing with Lillian. Aurelia, how does your dancing partner with Lillian go? Aurelia. Yeah, exactly.
I got it. I got a dirty 24.
What?
No,
oh
20,
my gosh.
23. Dirty 23.
You guys both got
Literally
21s
the
and then you
same
both got 23s?
again.
That is
We're both
crazy.
We're just
Oh,
really
acrobatics.
Yeah, acrobatics. Wow. All right. Okay, well.
Really well, guys. I really hope that I roll okay with Max. It's gonna be really embarrassing.
That would be really funny.
Oh, God. All right, so you and Lillian are dancing together, and Lillian is pretty agile as well. She obviously is a very skilled hunter and pretty quick on her feet and dexterous. And so as the two of you are dancing, you just like look like you're so technically good together, right? Both of you have this expertise in just like executing everything perfectly. And she seems almost like excited to dance with a partner who's at her elevated level of dancing ability. And it's not as like showy or performative as maybe some of the other couples are. It's not as like unbridled maybe as Liz and Phoebe are, but you just like look like professional doing it, essentially. And so you gain 2 extra admiration points with Lillian, and you also are noticed. You are also noticed by Sebastian. So you lost an admiration point for rejecting him, but you gain it back because you look so good dancing with his sister. With Max. Yeah.
Yeah, you said Sebastian.
Oh, did I say Sebastian? Sorry, I meant Max. Yeah, so you're dancing right next to Max and Charlotte, and yeah, Max. That's why he kind of keeps glancing over, like, dang it, she's so good at what she's doing. It's not fair. Why did she reject me? So
well, you can't have.
And then his wife is over there with Phoebe, just like having the time of her life.
We're all having a great time.
All of them, yes. Is there a question that you would like to ask Lillian?
So, just to be clear, it was a net 0 effect from Max since I lost one, but then gained
That is
one.
correct,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. Lillian. Lovely dance we're having.
Yes, quite. This is I've never met somebody with your skills. You must be so trained.
It's nice to practice with a professional. I realize you're also a very good hunter like myself, right?
Yes.
I find it very odd that there were multiple animal attacks on the same day, and like my hunter's instinct is on fire. Do you feel like anything is wrong or amiss here?
It does seem odd that there were multiple attacks, but I wonder. I like that everybody in the chat. Sorry, I just like that everybody in the chat is asking the most obnoxious questions. Like, yeah, why are you adopted?
Why are you adopted?
Totally something that you should ask
me.
an adopted.
I know we can't
Before
ask,
you
but
ask
I
me.
want to know.
I know. I just tell me, why are you adopted? Oh my gosh. So yeah, it does seem odd that there have been these animal attacks, but I don't find that it's anything too too out of the ordinary. Honestly, sometimes I wonder if animals are easier to fight, right? They are just obvious, you know what you're in for. It's people who are so much more complicated
Move.
and smart.
But a white bear in the forest, I mean, that's...
Sometimes they're seen around these parts. It's not that abnormal.
I'm gonna be on the lookout. If you want to help me, be on the lookout.
Of course, I'll let you know
here.
if I see or
I'm
notice
just
anything
nervous.
obscure.
Thanks, Lily.
Mm-hmm. Of course. And you continue dancing your perfect quadrille together. And the pair of dances wraps up. Oh, sorry, Helena. I didn't forget you. She's like, no.
Smaller now and everything.
All right, Helena, go ahead and how did your
Come
dance?
on.
Let's find out how your dance with Sebastian.
Does she get
went.
advantage?
I believe.
Yeah,
in
I
you.
made my calves stronger.
Yeah,
Good
that's
advantage.
right. You did. Oh yes, you get advantage for casting Alter Self. Yes.
Yeah, it's okay. Whoa! I rolled a 19 and an 18.
Woo!
So 21 or 20.
You didn't even need the advantage. Wow. All right. Well, you are like you've like pep talked yourself up for this one, and even though
Oh, and this is gonna be performance again, for sure.
performance. Okay, yes. So even though last time you're a little like shaken by the fact that you couldn't dance very well with Ghislaine, Ghislaine is not a very performative person, so it kind of makes sense that your skill sets didn't align because she is like very reserved, a little bit more humble. Sebastian, also similar, but he is a little bit more charismatic than his sister-in-law now. You just like are embracing this quadrille. You are like upbeat and moving. You have lots of expressions on your face. You're just like into the dance, like you're feeling it. And you can see Sebastian start to get a little bit more like engaged with the dance as well. He doesn't seem like somebody who's normally like that, but he gets a little bit swept up into the spirit of the dance because of how much you are just. And honestly, it's a little bit like you couldn't even, it doesn't even matter who your partner was, because you're just like feeling yourself. You're like, I'm in this beautiful dress, I altered myself, I'm tall now, like these extra couple inches were exactly what I needed to like feel extra good and confident in this dress. And yeah, you just radiate that confidence. So you earn an extra 2 admiration points for Sebastian. And also next to you, you see is Aurelia and Lillian. And Lillian notices you're dancing and is impressed as well. And so she clocks the fact that you seem like a very confident and capable individual, and get an admiration point from her as well.
Yay.
Is there a question that you would like to ask Sebastian while you're dancing?
Yeah, I want to say, what an invigorating evening and day. Are you looking forward to your own wedding celebration someday?
What a question. Interesting. Okay. You can see it takes him a little bit to answer your question. And this quadrille dance, you're like in and out together. You're like not always right next to each other. So you're not quite sure if he's hesitating because he doesn't want to tell you the answer, or hesitating because he's thinking about it, or hesitating just because the dance is inherently making it happen. But it does seem like a very, very long pause before he eventually comes back to you with an answer. And he just says, well, you know, hopefully I'll find somebody of my own someday who is as quality of a human as Liz is, and, you know, I will find my own match. But I don't have any thoughts of it happening anytime soon. Why are you proposing?
Interesting. Okay. And we had literally just talked about like the family curse, so I'm surprised he didn't like catch on to any of that. So I guess he's not thinking about it.
Indeed. All right. And the quadrilles, couple of quadrilles in a row, wrap up. You all go back to reconvene, rest your feet for a moment, and you end up reconnecting with each other and preparing before the next third set of dances occur. There is some interlude music that occurs from the band that is not dance music, so the orchestra plays some other things that are just a little bit more background while the guests take a break. Anything that you all need to say or want to do, or we move on to the next round of dancing?
Well, that may be a perfect time for us to take our own break.
Quick break?
Quick break? We can take a quick break. Does everybody
Yes.
want to take a quick break? Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I just saw your message, Carrie. Sorry.
It's like break, yay.
I heard the word break and I was like, oh,
Thank
good.
you. I know, I was
Yeah.
like, what are we going for?
Let's take a little bit of a shorter break, so maybe 5 minutes if that works, and then if we need another 5 minutes we can afterwards. But yeah, let's take about 5 minutes right now. And everybody feel free to join us. You can text with us in the chat. We'll be here, but we're gonna take a couple minute break, and the dancing will resume momentarily. But until then, hopefully you are enjoying the adventure so far. Quite probably not what you expected when you saw that we were playing Dungeons and Dragons, that we were going to be dancing the quadrille and the waltz with partners. And
This is better.
yeah.
At that point, there needs to be a dex saving throw.
Yes. All right, we will take this break and be right with you soon. All right, everybody, welcome back. Hopefully you had a good couple minute break there. If we end up going a little bit longer tonight, or depending on what time we wrap up, we might take another couple of minutes if anybody needs another bathroom break or water break or anything else. But for now, welcome back. So far, some successful dancing has occurred. Some phenomenal dancing has occurred. Some maybe not as phenomenal dancing has also occurred.
We don't talk about that. We're
Yeah,
fine.
we don't.
We all forget about it. In
We
fact,
don't need to-
does
yeah.
Obliviate exist in this universe? Can we do that?
Yes, it does. You're gonna waste an Obliviate spell on one bad dance.
It's worth it.
And after this minor break that the orchestra has provided for all of the dancers, you all notice that there are a couple of other people that approach you again and ask for some dancing. One pair is Liz and Max as they come back, and Max says, "All right, Aurelia, let's see if you can prove yourself to be a successful dancer with me, as you were clearly with my other guess." Oh, you're muted, Izzy.
Oh, another wager?
I don't think we need a wager this time around. And also, you hear Liz go, "Another wager? What do you mean another?"
Yeah, Liz, he took my money.
You took her money? What? And she's just like, "Well, I guess we can talk about that later. But, well, I hope you enjoy your time dancing with him. I'm sure he will be happy to have a dancing partner who is as skilled as you clearly were." And so
Is Sebastian still nearby?
he is not. He sort of went off,
Darn.
and he is not around.
I was gonna see if he would bet with me
Oh,
on the outcome of their dance.
yeah. No,
He
Bet
would
on the
definitely
outcome
be
of their
up for
bet.
it.
yeah, you do not see him around. So then Liz turns to you, actually, Charlotte, and is like, "Charlotte, would you be interested in dancing with me? I just had so much fun reminiscing the good times with your sister that it only makes sense that you and I join each other for the next dance."
It would be so great to catch up. I'd love to.
Excellent. And so she writes her name on your dance card, and then Phoebe, Rosalinda approaches you, and she has been otherwise occupied with other suitors and dancers the whole night. But she comes over and says, "Phoebe, I was wondering if you have anybody already slated on your dance card for the next few dances. If not, I think it would be a joy to watch. You just look like such a fun partner."
Absolutely. That sounds great.
And Rosalinda, she has like very scripted, curly writing. She writes her name with a heart on your dance card.
I love her so much.
Me too.
And
I'm
then
excited.
finally, Helena, Morgan approaches you, and
Oh, yay.
he says, "Why, Helena, I didn't realize that you were such a skilled performer. You just looked so confident out there, and you really seem to be a quality dancer. I would be happy to accompany you in the next 2 dances if you're interested."
I would be delighted.
Considerable restraint.
The most sincere response ever.
Check.
Yeah, exactly.
Inside check.
I don't think she needed to be deceptive. Like, that was very obviously not excited.
Well, wait. I mean, have I been
Everyone.
watching him dance the rest of this time? Can you,
You
tell me
haven't-
what I know about him?
you
as a
haven't
dancer?
noticed
Am I
it
hyped about this?
It actually looks like he hasn't danced yet. He was
And he chose you.
he
Okay,
chose
all
you.
right.
Right.
Then I'll say I'm dragging you out onto the dance floor. I am flattered.
Well, yes, I figured I should take a break from entertaining, and it seemed only appropriate that I join a fellow entertainer. I didn't realize you had so much entertainment value in your blood, but you clearly do.
Well, we shall see if your feet are as nimble as your fingers.
Oh, that's very clever. We shall see if your feet are as
Thank you,
nimble as
Krista.
your words. All right, so your
This may be a dumb question, but if he's dancing, then
There's an
who's
orchestra.
singing?
There's a whole string orchestra who's been playing. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He
Just
sang
one
like
guy.
in between the
He did. Yeah,
dancing.
he sang in between.
One guy with his lute that's still splattered in goblin spit and beer.
I would think we would have like wiped it down.
I'm sure he cleaned his instruments before.
He
this.
cares very deeply about them.
He
so.
really does, yeah. Oh. All right, so you all have your partners assigned for the next dance. As you make your way out onto the dance floor this time around, we're gonna go in a different order. So we're gonna start this time with you, Helena. So you and Morgan. I would like to know how your performance of dancing goes with Morgan.
Do I still get advantage?
Nope.
Damn it.
Nope.
Oh! I got an 18.
18. Okay.
Oh, that's
yes.
solid.
Yeah.
That's solid.
It is. So you manage to hold your own. It is definitely not the level of confidence you had before. I think maybe somewhat you're like conscious of it now, especially that you're with a partner who's a lot more also like showy, and so you sort of feel like obligated to match his level, and it makes you a little bit more conscious. So you are a little bit more in your head than you were the first time around, but it is still very well executed. You can see he is thoroughly enjoying himself and seems to be impressed by your dancing abilities, and you earn an additional admiration point from your dancing with
Yay.
Morgan. Yeah. You do have the opportunity to ask him a question if you'd like.
What is the topic? What are the topics of conversation going around the minstrels and those not on the dance floor currently?
I see you are aware of the somewhat advantageous position that you get to obtain by not being always on the inn. You hear more, yes. Very astute of you. Well, you see, I haven't necessarily seen anything too out of the ordinary, except I did know. I heard this from one of the other musicians who says that he was playing a ball at a different venue years ago, and that before Gallienne was even married, she and Maximilian were apparently considered a good match because they were courting each other for a little while at the dances, and yes.
Whoa.
Spill the tea.
And I just danced with her and she didn't say anything about that.
This was years ago. This was before her previous marriage.
Wow, interesting. Well, I wonder why they were not deemed to be as good a match as the current one.
I don't know. I'm not sure why. Maybe, their families didn't necessarily. I don't know. I'm not sure why. All I heard was that they were that. I don't know. Leave it to musicians to give you the gossip.
Well, thank you for sharing this tidbit of information.
It only makes sense to share knowledge with a partner as qualified as you.
Well, thank you.
Yes. This has been a lovely performance as well. I might need to take you up on maybe. Do you have any other musical skills that you offer?
I don't think I do. Hang on.
I mean, you get to decide. Anybody can play anything. You don't need to be proficient at it to be able to play it. Doesn't mean it's going to be good, but you can always try. Until tonight, you didn't know if you were going to be good at dancing, right?
Well, let's see. I am quite good with a quarterstaff. So,
A quarterstaff. All right. Well, that's
I'm
not
proficient at it.
That's not an instrument. That's a weapon.
Drum
But
with
you certainly
But
could.
I can keep a wonderful rhythm with it.
Okay, perfect. Yep, we can have you do that then someday. He seems like he's regretting asking you to play his instruments with him. Yes, there you go, Carrie. Like a baton, put a ribbon on it. You can do ribbon dancing with the quarterstaff. I love it. All right, that wraps up your dance with Morgan. We turn instead to Liz, who is dancing with Charlotte. So, Charlotte, how does your dancing go with Liz?
I got a 19.
A 19. Excellent. Again, you are just a very confident, skilled, quality dancer. So, I mean, you have nothing but like the most respect from your partners, all of them, including Liz. You have like a ton of just like, you know how there's one of those dancers always who's like just a really good partner. They know how to like make the other person relaxed and comfortable, and you do a great job together, but it isn't about them necessarily. That is what it feels like dancing with you. And Liz is just like so comfortable. She's already relaxed from the previous dance that she had with Phoebe, and she's just like riding that high and enjoying her time with you. And you also earn an admiration point from Liz as well. Anything you'd like to ask her?
Liz, the wedding seems to be going great so far. It's such a beautiful party.
It does. I agree. Thank you.
Yeah, there were a couple strange things that happened on the hunt and the picnic. I'm sure you've heard about, but so far, the members of the Darlington family seem to be safe.
I know. This is going much better, but we can't let our guard down too early. But I'm happy that everything seems to be going well.
Yes, yeah, so far so good. Is there anything else that you're concerned about specifically? I mean, we'll definitely keep our eye on the Darlingtons, but have you felt anything like weird about the wedding or people's safety?
You know, not specifically. I will say that I think, you know, we weren't quite sure coming into this how well everybody was going to mingle together, because you have a lot of different people with different backgrounds and experiences, and so that, you know, outside of even true threats like, you know, an animal attack, I was also very worried about how the guests would get along. But so far I haven't noticed anything too out of place, but I can't say that I'm part of all the conversations that are happening or, you know, have eyes on everything, but it does appear that there isn't anything too much conflict that's appearing.
Yeah, I think our group has hit it off great with your cousin and sister and Lord Maximilian's family. This has been a great mingling event.
I agree. It's been fun to reminisce with you. I miss all of you, and you and your sister and your friends seem lovely as well. So I've been enjoying getting to know them too.
Yeah, that's great. Maybe we could all go to Bardapalooza together.
Yeah. And she's just like, Bardapalooza, oh, the good old days. I would love that. As you wrap up your dancing with Liz, oh, I also forgot to mention, did this last time too, that these dances are real, which is like also a pretty upbeat dance as well. It's actually like a more folk dance than the other ones that you've been doing. So this one is just a little bit more, it's less like uptight, less proper than the last couple of dances that you've had. Just a little bit more about feeling the music. But so far everything seems to be going well. We head to Rosalinda and Phoebe. So Phoebe, tell us, how does your dancing go with Rosalinda?
Okay.
How is everyone so good
I'm
at
running
dancing?
out of
I know
place-
it's true.
Running out of places to do better at this point. Oh, but I did.
What did you get?
This time it's a 24.
What?
Is it a nat 20?
A
No,
19.
19.
Oh my gosh. So you rolled a 16.
I was like,
an
there's
18,
no way
a
I could do
19.
well.
That
Yeah.
is insane. Oh
I
my
know.
gosh. Okay. A
Also,
24.
my cat.
I know, it's okay.
Hello.
That's fine. Cat tax.
Uh,
Cat.
Cat tax. That is crazy. Okay. Wow.
I'm
24.
Like, I'm sorry. I'm just really good.
Don't apologize for being good at dancing. This is a ball we're at. Like that's the whole point.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you are dancing with Rosalinda, and there's obviously a height difference between you. Rosalinda is a gnome, and you are a human. So there's a little bit of a height difference between you. But you are so agile that you managed to basically like lead Rosalinda on this sweeping dance
She's
around
like
the room.
flying.
Oh yeah, like yeah, you have
We're
you make
soaring.
her feel like she's just like a princess flying in the air, and she is so loving it. Plus this dance, especially more than the others, like I said, is a little bit more folky, and so it's a lot more just like there's not as many coordinated steps, and it's just like rowdier a little bit. And so she is like having the time of her life. You can see her just like laughing. She is, really enjoying her time. You get 2 additional admiration points from Rosalinda for that. And if everybody wasn't already aware that you are clearly a skilled dancer,
They are
now. And so you also earn an additional admiration point from it looks like Morgan, definitely, because he's on the dance floor now, and so he sees your skills and kind of goes, wow, man, that Phoebe is just very skilled and knows what she's doing.
I am, as they say, fire burning on the dance floor.
Yes. You can ask Rosalinda a question.
Yeah. I'm gonna speak to her in Gnomish.
Do you speak Gnomish?
I do.
Oh my goodness. Okay, cool.
Well, first of all, Rosalinda, I hope you're feeling better after your injury earlier. That was quite the scare.
Yes, quite. And she responds in Gnomish and is like shocked that you speak Gnomish, and is like, yes, quite. Where did you learn to speak Gnomish?
Good question. I didn't think that through, but it is on my page. I've learned it all on my travels.
Oh wow. Well, your accent, like your dialect, is slightly different than where my family comes from. So whoever taught you must be from a different area that I'm from. But it's quite skilled. I'm impressed.
Thank you. I would just. So a quick sidebar. Since she's a lady in waiting, would she like have any ins like with this like servants, or would that be presumptuous of me?
Yeah, she would not. So she's
like
more
with the ladies.
Yes, exactly. Yep. So like lady in waiting, as in not like a servant, but sort of like because companion. Exactly, her companion. Yep, great way of putting it. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad you're okay, and I hope you haven't. I'm just hopeful that nothing else will happen, and I hope that the rest of the evening goes off smoothly.
Of course, yeah, same. And she's like, how could anybody not have a great time when you're getting to dance with partners as skilled as you?
Just like not like because I don't trust her, but like an insight check as far as like, does she seem to like not know anything about the curse?
You're specifically wanting to know about the curse?
I guess I'll do a general insight check. Now that you mention it.
Go ahead.
Oh, well, it's a good thing I'm good at dancing, because this was a 1.
Why didn't you roll that on your dancing skill check? Come on.
Oh, I'm glad. That's better.
Nobody wants to know what happens when you roll a 1.
I have a reputation to uphold, so I don't mind. I just really like Rosalinda, so I'm like,
she honestly, she just seems like she knows nothing and thinks of nothing except dancing.
Oh, so it's a 0. I have -1
for insight. Oh God. Whoa.
Like, I just trust her completely.
Yeah, completely.
That wasn't really a question. Can I still ask a question?
What did
it's okay if not. I just said,
yeah.
I hope everything goes well.
Sure, you can ask her a question.
How long have you been Lys's lady in waiting?
Oh wow. Well, you know, I've been around the family for a good number of years, really ever since Liz returned from her travels. You know, I knew her even before that, but it wasn't until she came back that I took up, you know, companionship by her side and assisting her with anything else that she needed.
And you said you've known the family for a long time?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really, for quite some time. Yeah, even a little bit before that, but we've obviously been closer since she came back.
Yeah, what were they like before?
I mean, they've always been the same. I think, you know, there hasn't been any like changes in the family or anything, if that's what you mean.
Okay. I was hoping she'd give me some of the goss about the family. But I wouldn't know that, so I guess it's fine.
Yeah, well, of course, you know, hopefully, if there's anything else that you need, I would love to dance with you again, or, you know, talk to you again at any point. But this was the best dance I've had all evening.
Thank you. Me as well.
Yes. All right, and then last but not least, we wrap up with our final dancing pair. And let's see how well that goes.
I'm excited for this one.
We have Max and Aurelia dancing together.
I got a 19.
A 19? Okay.
My dice came through.
Yes.
So that's a 23.
Oh, wait, you rolled a 19.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What the heck?
Wow.
Secret whole
Famous dice
backstory,
forever.
apparently, where Phoebe and Aurelia are trained dancers. Like, what?
Like
is
literally
this?
professional.
You have not rolled below a 20 at all.
Watch, we get attacked and we're useless.
Oh yeah, we've wasted all of our good rolls, guys.
Oh gosh, I love it. Okay, so wow, so 23. Perfect. I love it. Okay.
I was really scared, not gonna lie.
So you and Max hit the dance floor together, and you can see he's a little bit like very judgy at first. Like, he is not sure. He wanted to dance with you. He obviously saw you were skilled, but he's like evaluating every move that you make to see, like, is she really as qualified as as she says that she is. But as soon as he starts dancing with you and realizes like how good you are, he is like, he starts to like, his look changes to like a look of admiration. Like, how is this woman so good at all of the things? Like, she was a skilled hunter, horseback rider, she's great. And like, I'm not gonna say he's questioning his decisions on who he should marry, but you can tell like this is the first time probably in his life that he's ever felt like there's been another person who like matches his skills and his abilities. And it is like disconcerting a little bit to him. Everybody's chats and comments are so funny right now.
Fragile masculinity. He's questioning everything he's done in his life. He's like, I only have half as much talent as Aurelia.
Yes. Oh, I keep forgetting to change the image to the person who we're talking about who's dancing, but you guys know who we're talking about. But yes, so he is thoroughly impressed. And he holds his own. He's a pretty good dancer as well. And so despite, you doing a good job to try and just one up him, Aurelia, you're also having a pretty fun time because he is also very good at what he does. And that sort of also makes you better at what you're doing too, because if you were dancing with a partner who is unskilled, it'd be a little bit harder to keep up, or have them keep up. And so yeah,
We vibe.
you vibing, yes. And he just very much is seeming to have a good time. You can ask him a question now if you'd like.
So, I heard an interesting rumor. Well, actually, would I have heard that yet? I mean,
I don't think so. No, you wouldn't have heard it.
No, I whispered it to you while we were dancing as we were passing by.
How did you do that? What do you mean?
I
I don't think there's I mean, you can. I'll have you roll. It's going to be pretty high DC, but I'll have you roll if you want to try and say it to her.
Yes.
I will have you
Well,
go
okay.
ahead.
My other idea was to actually give him a riddle to see how he answers.
Okay. All right. I'm in for this too.
Well, you can try and do what you're going to do.
Try
if you
it. Try it.
Is it to see if she whispered the thing to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. What am
do
I
roll?
rolling for though?
No,
What
no,
is,
you don't have to roll, Izzy. Just Kristen does. So, all right.
Oh, okay.
So, Kristen, I'm going to have you roll. I know it's technically not this, but sleight of hand, because we want to see if you can pass her info silently.
I
I
just
got a
imagine like,
6.
A 6.
oh,
You're
like sitting
Now
around.
everybody knows what I want
Hey.
to tell Aurelia.
No. As you
Or
try,
you just choose not to say it.
yeah. Essentially, the time never comes up. Like as you guys
Yeah.
are dancing the reel.
Like,
It's also so this dance is less because it's the folky one, right, that you're dancing now. This is the real. It is a lot less coordinated, meaning there isn't like you can't plan out when your path is going to cross as easily with Aurelia's, and so you keep expecting to be able to see her, and then it takes a different direction, and you can't find a time to get her aside. All right, so Aurelia,
Darn.
what question would you
I
like
was
to
so
ask
excited.
Lord Maximilian?
We should still get her to ask him though.
Yeah, at some point.
Yeah, we just have to find a way to talk to each other first. Lord Darlington.
Yes, my lady.
As a newlywed, I have a fun riddle challenge for you if you're so inclined to take it.
Oh, an interesting riddle challenge, you say? Yes, of course. I love a good a game. Although I'll say riddles are not necessarily my specialty, but please.
This
Do
is
share.
my attempt to glimpse into if he's in the right mindset as a new husband.
Okay.
I hurt the most when lost, yet also when not had at all. I'm sometimes the hardest to express, but the easiest to ignore. I can be given to many or just one. What am I?
Quite the riddle. Say it one more time.
I hurt the most when lost, yet also when not had at all. I'm sometimes the hardest to express, but the easiest to ignore. I can be given to many or just one. What am I? I can let you stew on it for a bit.
Is it perhaps love?
That's right. Good job.
Well, of course I
sir.
knew that, obviously. What an appropriate question for the festivities today.
I thought so too.
You have wit as well, apparently, Lady Aurelia.
I have Google.
You
What is
guys,
this-
what's Google?
What is this Google you speak of?
My familiar.
Oh, interesting. All right. Well, as the third round of dances wrap up, you all are slowly winning over or not so slowly in some cases, the hearts and minds of all of the guests in attendance at this event. And there is another moment for the orchestra to just play some background music. Everybody takes a break between the next set of dances before we continue on.
Okay, now during this break,
Okay, yes.
I'm going to say you guys won't believe what I found out from Morgan. Apparently, in the past, Max had kind of a potential involvement with Galliane.
Galliane, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Galliane. And he doesn't know why it fell through.
I wish I had known this.
I tried to
Darn
tell you
it.
I was trying on the dance floor. You just weren't looking at me.
I picture you like
Psst, psst.
I wonder if Liz knows that. Did he say like when it was? Like, was it before she went adventuring or after?
He just said it was many years ago. I guess I could have asked him more, but
That's okay.
we were too busy dancing.
Yeah.
Ghislaine's first husband passed away. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Mm-hmm.
He
Who
did.
did we find that out from?
Helena and
From
Gavin.
Lillian.
Yeah, so technically you guys didn't tell us that. Or whoever danced with Lillian didn't tell us that yet.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that Liz, I mean, we know, like, nobody's around us, right, Katie? Like, nobody's listening to us.
Yeah, we want to goss.
No, yeah, you're pretty good
Okay.
in secret.
Okay. Like, I know, Liz said it's more of a marriage of standing than a love match. So, but it would be awkward if there was a former dalliance with the sister.
I just had to share the intrigue.
She does seem quite reserved. I wonder if that's her all the time, or if that's just a result of the situation she finds herself in today.
Yeah.
I feel bad for her if that's true. Maybe they really did love each other at one point.
And
Yeah.
as a widow, she is available, but now Max.
Well,
is-
he's not. He just got married.
Maybe we should ply her with a drink.
That's actually a good idea. Who
Have we
was
seen her
talking to
drinking
her?
at all?
She's so like serious. At least in the
Yeah,
picture.
I may have ruined her fun by tripping on my dress in the
that was
second
when
and
that
third
happened.
round of dancing, but I'm sure if you approached her with the desire to dance with her, she may be willing to try again. One of you two who have been stunning everyone all evening.
Yeah.
I don't want to tempt fate here. Maybe you could bring her a drink and like in a gesture of apology of like
I don't think she
she doesn't like you.
I don't think so. Not anymore.
Okay, I'm thinking. Okay, maybe I could take her a drink because we met at the picnic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know her well
And I
enough
introduced her to everyone when she came by.
Yeah, so we've all met her at this point.
Mhm.
Okay,
Did you guys
is there
find
anything I
out
should
other
ask?
people to dance?
What?
Can we ask other people to dance?
I think so.
Why
Like
not?
they keep coming to us, but can we ask them?
I think so. Who do you want to dance with?
If we want to talk to Ghislaine more.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking since there's a break from the dancing right now, if I brought her a drink, I could kind of ask her some questions. And if we kind of talk now about like what, because dancing, you don't get to ask them any questions.
That's true.
So are there any like things I should ask her, or if somebody else is better for the job, that's fine. Like I was
You have a
thinking,
trusting face.
I'm worried because our DM has been very silent.
I'm just listening.
with like a smirk.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, try it. It's like when the DM is like, you can try. So like,
are we gonna keep looking for trouble too in our free time?
we should, because remember what happened when we last let our guard down. The boar's
We had too much fun with riddles.
Yes. So I'll go talk to her. And I was thinking I would just ask her like how are you doing? As she's the older sister, right?
She is.
And I could say like, must be, I don't know.
You
what the
could
word
frame
is.
it as it's
Like-
tough to watch your sister get married when your own spouse passed
I'm not
away.
gonna say that. Wow, that's very harsh.
It's kind of a
I
dick,
was gonna
dick
say,
move.
Yeah.
Makes you want to drink?
I was just gonna say,
Man,
like,
widows and weddings.
like it's seeing my younger sister growing up is just crazy, and can imagine that you may be feeling a lot of things and go from there. Does that sound good?
I think that's a good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good segue.
Okay. Well, now that I've made a plan, I'm gonna go do it. So Is she like nearby? It's like
Um,
she's gone.
Galliane,
Yeah.
she is not here.
Interesting. Where is she? Okay, we
I
don't see
scared her off with my
any-
dancing.
we don't see any sign of her.
No, you haven't seen her really since Helena. That's last time you
Is
like
Liz-
noticed her around.
Is Liz
She
here?
hated it.
After your dance with her, after Charlotte's dance with her, Liz has also yeah, she's not around.
Suspicious.
I want to go look for them.
Yeah, did we notice when they left?
Yeah.
If
there's
who
a-
else is missing?
There's a lot. So like during these breaks, this is not like so crazy. Like during the breaks, like there's actually
Mhm.
a good number of people that are not here right now. So yeah, like you
Go to
don't
the
see
bathroom.
you
That's
don't
what they
see
want us to
Max,
think.
you don't see Rosalinda, you don't see Morgan, Galliane, Liz.
Can I go look
Thalgian.
at the? Can I go look in the gardens, the hedge maze?
Sure. You wanna? Yeah. You might not
I'll
make
grab
it.
a drink.
I was gonna
an
say you
extra
might not
drink.
make it back in time for the next dance.
Oh, well, will they?
Maybe, maybe not.
Gotta leave on a
Who is
high. Just ditch the dances.
Yeah, I'm afraid to dance again at this point. I don't know that I can do that again. A fourth
Who is in
time.
the
So yeah, I'll take a drink, an extra drink, and I'll go look for her
Okay.
in the garden.
Okay. So go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Okay. All right, 17.
17.
Guess I could have danced.
You don't. You're walking around the garden specifically. You said, kind of looking around.
I mean,
there.
like if I can look around other places, yeah, I'll just look around.
but
But that's where I was gonna start.
yeah, you were headed to the garden. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you managed to scope out most of the like garden terrace or around the terrace and stuff like that. You don't see any sign of Galliane, but you do overhear a servant mentioning that they were saw her in the Silver Lodge recently.
Okay, I'm gonna go there.
Inside.
Yeah.
Okay. So you
Well, am I allowed? Like, it's
Yeah.
their house, right? Okay.
Yeah, there's not many like there's like the main area where like the dinner is going to be served and things like that, and then there's also like private rooms and stuff like that. So I mean, some areas are going to be normal for you to visit,
Yeah.
others are going to look very suspicious if you visit.
I'll stay in the normal ones.
Okay.
So when I saw Phoebe start walking away from the garden area, can I have followed her?
Please do.
Sure.
I realized it like just now. I was like, probably should have had backup.
Wandering up.
Like I just get murdered. Like nobody even knows.
All right,
This
so
was part of the plan.
this was part of the plan. All right, so Helena, you follow her then.
party?
And do you guys both do you say anything like when you see her starting to go to the Silver Lodge?
I give her a nod.
Oh, did I catch up already? I'm that
Mhm.
fast?
Yeah. It's not like
I'm
it's-
like,
yeah, the garden,
see.
like she almost has to come back near where the dancing is to go to the Silver Lodge anyway. So
Oh,
so I'll like
okay.
catch her eye and like nod, like I'm just gonna in my like with my eyes saying like I'm just gonna keep looking.
I mean, also, I guess there's another question for our DM. Where are Sebastian and Lillian, the people we're supposed to have been keeping an eye on?
great question.
Oh shit.
Well, Charlotte and Aurelia are still there.
Yeah, they're totally helpful. Okay, yeah.
I
I'll just say
will
I
remind
haven't seen Sebastian or Lillian, and Galliane is nowhere to be found either.
My goodness. We better
We've
go
lost
look for
everyone.
them.
What did you say?
No,
Izzy?
I'm not talking to you guys.
So we've
To me?
lost
Wait,
everyone.
wait, wait, wait.
Yeah, because I just caught up with Phoebe.
Oh, should we maybe go look for them instead?
Well, where do you know where any of them are?
Did I see them in the garden either? No. Okay. And so just for reference, they were not there when we left the ballroom.
Right.
Okay. Well, then we'll go in the lodge. Because we know,
Oh.
so I'll tell her we know Gallian is in there.
We're We're struggling so hard
I
on
know.
his name.
We're never
That's a
gonna
hard
get it.
name.
You know she's in there.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
I
let's
heard
go.
a servant. I heard a servant mention it, so I think that's
Okay.
our best bet.
All
Okay,
right.
yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Can you
As
spell her name in the chat.
yeah, sure. I
I
can
think it's
spell her.
Gallean.
It's a Gallian. Yeah, exactly.
Gallean?
Yeah,
Gallean?
it's like this. Galianne.
It wasn't that far off.
No,
It's still hard. I'm still
It is.
confused.
yeah.
Gal.
Galleon. Okay, Galleon.
Gallean.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I've been saying Galliane instead of Galleon. It's fine.
I like Gallean.
Everybody
Okay,
just seems to be
so-
struggling with Galliane.
She doesn't seem like the type who'd go for like gal.
Yeah, no. I
I'm
don't
not
think
gonna
I
do
can
that,
do that.
to
Yeah.
her face. But you know, behind the scenes, let's call her gal.
Gallean.
Okay,
Kind of like we
So,
call Maximilian
Max.
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 Yeah. and Seb for Sebastian.
Oh gosh.
No,
So-
he's Sebi for sure.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Ugh. So yeah, we'll go in the lodge.
Yeah.
Now and we'll
We're
just
all
go
going
together,
together,
at this
right?
point.
Oh,
Yeah.
you guys are following also?
What
No.
else am I gonna do?
You guys are
You
watching.
guys
I
can
thought
hold
you were-
down the fort
You
in
guys
the
are
dance.
holding down
Yeah,
the
the
fort in
dancing.
back.
Oh, okay. I feel like I started to go in, and then you guys stay there. No, I go in the
Go back,
lodge
go back.
while you stay here.
Stay.
Stay.
I mean, I guess when Aurelia comes out, I can say we don't know where Sebastian and Lillian or Galleon are. We're gonna go look for them. You guys keep an eye on things at the dance.
Okay, we can do that. Who's at
Now
the
we're
dance?
all on the same page.
Yeah, who's even at the dance anymore? Everyone's gone for the
Aurelia and
after
Charlotte
party.
dancing together.
No, there's still
Yeah, who's
there's
actually at the ball?
so
All the parents.
Morgan is still there.
Wait,
Um,
you said he left after I finished dancing with him.
Morgan? Oh yeah, I did say that. Yeah, it appears like most of the people are not in between the dances. I will say too, this is pretty standard. Like this happened also at the other breaks. So like it isn't just now that you haven't seen everybody. It's sort of like you just now noticed it because you were talking about Galleon and her like rumors that you heard from Morgan about her, and then it's prompted you to like specifically try and find her, essentially, if that makes sense.
Okay.
But other times there have been
I'm still
like
suspicious.
people dispersing in between.
Is there another round of dancing coming up?
There is. Yep. All right, so Phoebe and Helena, you guys are heading inside Silver Lodge, right?
And I am still holding 2 drinks.
Right.
So if we get attacked, like, to use an
Throw
action
the
to
drink
drop the drink.
In their faces.
Oh yeah.
I can use my cantrip mage hand to hold your glass for you. I'm not gonna carry it, but my mage hand will carry it.
All right, so you all
Amazing.
can both of you guys roll a perception check for me?
Again,
Wow.
even though I already did.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
for the garden. This is the Silver Lodge.
I'm rolling great today. I got a 10.
13.
Both of you guys don't see anything. You like wander around Silver Lodge. You see lots of people, like other guests, and you see some servants and things like that. But yeah, it looks like the servants especially, are like very busy preparing for the dinner, which is coming up soon. But otherwise, you see no signs of Galliane. You do see like some of the other guests that you know coming in and out as well. Like you see Thalgian, you see Rosalinda and Morgan.
But not the siblings.
You do not see.
Okay.
Are we, like keeping an eye on them? I thought we were keeping an eye on
I thought we were doing a good job.
You,
Dang
yeah.
it. So, Helena, I am like very sneaky. So, like, if you think it's worth it, I could try to like look around in like the more like where they're getting ready and things like that, just to like keep an eye on things. I feel like Liz wouldn't mind.
Sure. I can make you invisible for an hour if you want.
Oh, I can be even sneakier. Is that something that you like you can only use one time or?
Yeah, only once. Until we sleep.
Okay. I'm just worried that we might want to save that kind of stuff.
Use it or lose it.
Okay. It's like I am very sneaky on my own, but sure.
Yeah, no, I think this is a great idea. I mean,
Okay.
especially we don't want to have any social faux pas. So
That's true. Okay, yeah, we can do that. And are we like, would I in theory like kind of know where I'd be looking for like the more private spaces?
Yeah.
Katie? Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
okay. Unfortunately, when I cast invisibility, I have to stop my concentration on alter self, so I just slowly take it back down again.
You've been concentrating on that the whole time.
Yeah.
No wonder we didn't keep track of the others.
Priorities.
You were very
Amazing.
focused on making sure you didn't trip.
But yeah, I can cast invisibility and make Phoebe even better at
I would also like to
sneaking.
roll like a stealth check.
Okay. So so order of operations here. So Helena casts invisibility on Phoebe. Yes. And then
Yes.
Phoebe, what are you doing with that extra drink?
She's holding it with her mage hand.
Oh,
Yeah,
what?
that doesn't need
I was
concentration.
gonna say, okay, so you cast mage hand as well?
Yeah, she did.
That
Earlier.
was when we were
No,
walking
no,
over.
yeah.
I thought you said I would cast it if you got attacked.
Oh, I thought she did
no,
it.
no,
earlier.
I said
Oh,
I did
you
it while we
did
were
cast
walking.
it.
Yeah.
But it only lasts for a minute.
Just the drink just falls. It was a good idea, but we're not gonna be able to use it anymore.
All right, extra
I'll drink mine though.
Extra drink just ends up.
I catch
On a
it
counter
as it's gonna go
somewhere.
fall.
Okay.
Can I
You can
roll?
You can have it.
Can I roll for dexterity to catch it when the mage hand runs
Yes.
out and then
Oh,
have,
shit.
have a drink
Yes.
myself? Okay.
Wouldn't
No, I got a
just know
5.
when the mage hand ends?
She would know. Yes. She makes it look really cool, but even with the 5, you do it because you know that your mage hand is ending.
I'm
and
like,
you...
yes.
Ah.
So we'll take a shot together and then I'll go invisible.
All right, so then you cast invisibility on Phoebe. Phoebe, you are now invisible and free to. I mean, you're always free to travel technically, but
I
much
like-
freer to travel without being seen.
Sneaky, sneaky.
And I'm guessing, Helena, what do you do then? Do you head back out to the dance floor?
I'm gonna keep scouting around in the area to see, who we're seeing in the non-private areas.
Okay.
See
How
who we
long
can
does it
find.
last? The invisibility.
What? I think until concentration. Hang on, give me 1 second.
Oh,
So I should run up to
Concentration
Helena
or up to
directly.
1 hour.
okay.
So as long as I don't cast something else, you're gonna be fine.
Okay.
Just don't be somewhere weird when it wears off.
Okay. I will. I feel like an
Or
hour's a
some
long
other
time.
magic removes her invisibility.
Okay, so I would like to also be
Yes.
stealthy, so
Okay, yep, go roll a stealth check for me.
all right. 17.
17. Okay, so you managed to be pretty quiet. So if they're, as you're walking around and kind of scoping things out, you can do so without really anybody noticing that you're there or hearing any footsteps or anything like that. Helena, as you start to, make your way, you're still sort of in like the public areas where people are and stuff like that. You are scouting things out. You do notice that Rosalinda is like standing in the area, and you see her talking to Morgan, and they seem to be very friendly.
Shocker.
And
do I see Milton at all?
roll a perception check.
Well, I've been rolling
Should go
great tonight,
Rosalind and
ladies.
Milton.
So, oh shit, I got a 1.
Oh, 1.
No.
You don't even remember what he looks like.
I'm like, what?
Who?
Is he a?
Who's
he's not a
Milton?
He's not the tiefling. No, he
Yeah.
can't be the tiefling.
The shot went right to her head.
Yes,
so.
it really did.
Yeah. The mage hand giveth, the mage hand taketh. Is that a word?
Yes, exactly. You see, Morgan and Rosalinda talking, and they seem to be very,
Even rolling a 1, you can see that.
You can see that. You don't need to.
So,
Yeah.
could I maybe talk to them?
Yeah, sure. You want to approach? They seem to be
Yeah,
having like a
please.
private combo, but as you
Eh.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Helena's drunk.
off of
one
my
single
drink.
shot and Helena is drunk. You start to approach, and you can as you get a little bit closer, you see that they're like talking and like very clearly sort of flirtatious with each other. And Rosalinda notices you from like behind Morgan, and she was like, Helena, hello, good to see you again. And she like very easily invites you into the conversation with Morgan and her.
Oh, great. Can I remember who she danced with last?
She just danced with Phoebe. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Oh, thank you, Rosalinda. Your dancing with Phoebe was glorious.
She is the best dancing partner that I've ever had in my life. I don't know where she learned to have those kinds of dance skills, but it was phenomenal.
Oh, well, we were just all so impressed, right?
It was lovely. Yes. It looked like your dancing went really well as well. Morgan here was just talking about how he had a pleasant time dancing with you.
Yes, he is a most agreeable partner.
He is. We are actually going to be dancing together the next 2 rounds. And she holds up her dance card, and she has his name written on it twice.
Oh, how what a happy sequence of events.
Yes, I think so too.
Have you by any chance seen either of Lord Maximilian's siblings?
Oh, you can see, she gets like she is not a good liar, and like very not good. Like I rolled a natural 1, not good.
Hey, yay, 1 2 night.
And she's like, well, yeah, I totally haven't seen them at all evening. And you just see like she just like doesn't even know how to lie and say it well.
And I'm just gonna cross my arms and be like,
Maybe
I do not believe you.
And Morgan kind of gets in on this too with you. Like he is like, yes, do tell Rosalinda what
Spill the tea.
Yeah, he is like, oh, for sure Morgan loves all the gossip. And so yeah, he is.
Okay, maybe I do like Morgan. Maybe we're warming up to each other. I think I gave him an admiration point when he gave me that gossip before.
And she's just like, well, I was taking a break in between the last, like right after these dances, and I just like happened to walk by the garden, and I maybe saw them talking to each other, and I got a little bit close and then realized they were having like a very serious private conversation, and so then I hid in a bush, and you can see she like reaches up and pulls a leaf that's in her hair out. Yeah, if you see any more, please tell me. It's very embarrassing.
I love her so much.
I am so proud of you.
You're so proud of me?
You're so adorable and small and fit in bushes.
Oh, thank you.
What do you think what did you hear them talking about after you hid in the bush?
Well, I was like purposely trying to not eavesdrop, so I was like, yeah, I don't know if you've ever been in those situations where you're like, I can hear what you're saying a little bit, but I'm trying to not pay attention and I don't want to try and make sense of it. So I just heard snippets of like, should talk to, and like, you will regret it, and no one knows about. I don't know what they were talking about, but I was like, that doesn't seem like a conversation I should interrupt.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm looking for them. I'm slightly concerned for their safety after the.
But you can't tell anybody.
The odd interruptions we've had. Of course, I will not tell anyone, but I am merely searching for them currently.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're searching for them? Yeah, I didn't see where they went afterwards. Like, as soon as there was, they, like, broke their conversation, I like immediately ran inside the lodge and then ran into Morgan here and got his name on my dance card.
Well, I am thrilled for the two of you. You make such a handsome couple.
Oh, thank you. Well, I don't think we're a couple. And she looks at Morgan, right?
I mean, dancing partner, dancing couple.
Oh, yes, of course. Well, please don't tell Lillian or Sebastian. I don't want to, anybody to think poorly of me. I really, truly wasn't trying to eavesdrop. I happened to be in the wrong place, wrong time, and then, well, it happened.
Oh, of course not.
Okay, good. Thank you. Morgan, she looks at Morgan like pointedly, like, you're not gonna tell anybody either, right? And he was like, no, of course not. Me? No.
He's like, I'm just not gonna say where it came from.
Well, I'll let you know if I see them again, but that
yes, please do.
And I will point out that actually, Charlotte and Aurelia, you guys do see Lillian and Sebastian rejoining like the dance floor area while this is happening. Obviously, Helena doesn't necessarily know this, but you see that they are in the main group of people and things now.
Did they come from the direction of the gardens?
They did. All right. What are you, Helena? You gonna say anything else or ask anything else, or you?
I think that they're probably ready to start dancing again, right?
Yeah, you are a little bit further away from the dance floor, so it's kind of hard to hear if the music is starting up. But Rosalinda and Morgan she looks at Morgan and she's like, well, we don't want to miss it, right? We have to do this. And so, yeah, she like immediately kind of pulls his hand and they
please enjoy your dance.
Run off to the dance floor.
I want to try to like go to Sebastian and Lillian. They like just came from the gardens, right? And basically just kind of be all like, oh, what are you two doing coming from the gardens? Having some sort of clandestine operation?
You didn't see them, no.
But I had a 17. Okay, fine.
Betrayed by your die.
So you're gonna go up to Sebastian and Lillian?
Yes.
Okay. And say what? You're gonna say, oh, you two, you're gonna...
Oh, you were coming from the gardens. So what sort of conversation could you be having that needs such clandestine locations?
I think there's a lot of other people in the garden, but okay.
There are a lot of people in the garden.
You know,
but weren't they like whirled away to like have
dancing?
This argument?
Yeah, but you didn't know
for
that.
The conversation.
You technically No. Helena is having conversation with Rosalinda and Morgan in the lodge, so you did not know.
Oh,
that
it's in the lodge.
You don't know anything.
You don't know. Yeah, technically you don't know that yet. Helena hasn't told you.
Okay, then none of that makes sense. Never mind.
Right. I was like, oh, you're just gonna imply that because they happen to be walking together.
I don't want to imply incest.
Brother and sister. Okay.
Although Lillian's adopted, so it's not technically incest.
Why are you adopted?
Why are you adopted, Lillian? Do you want to be really related?
I'll just go up and say hi. Offer them a drink.
They do seem... Well, go ahead and roll an insight check for me.
I want to, like, throw them off, I guess, but... 14.
14, okay. They do, both of them seem like a little bit more, like they are, like they seem like their heads are elsewhere right now. You know what I mean? Like they are, whatever, they were not just like casually strolling about the garden talking about how beautiful the wedding is. You know what I mean? Like they're both clearly seem focused on something else. And as they enter back the dance floor, before, like as you're approaching them, they look like they're about to like part their separate ways. And so, yeah, you notice that as you come up.
Well, you both seem distracted.
Lillian looks at you and just goes, well, you know, there's always so many different things that occur when we are at a wedding, and lots of lots of people, lots of history. Isn't that right, Sebastian?
History.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, history. Like, obviously. I mean, you have history, I have history.
I mean, what else could there be to distract you at a wedding? There's just dancing and having fun with all your loved ones.
That's exactly right.
This is a great
You don't
conversation.
seem all that- you don't seem all that happy to be hanging out with your loved ones here.
It's just, sometimes Sebastian and I don't always see eye to eye on everything, but in the end,
Oh, I know how that goes.
yeah. So, do you have siblings as well?
No, but I don't see eye to eye with most people.
I can see that. But you know what? It's what makes you. It's what makes you so interesting and unique, Aurelia. It is not something to be afraid of. I think something to be admired.
Oh, thanks. Well, I don't want anybody to be unhappy today, so if you need help or anything, just let me know. I'm here to help.
Okay. Yes, of course. I appreciate that, and I do. I think I definitely can see how trustworthy of a person you are, and appreciate your offer to help. Mm-hmm. Well,
Do they leave? We're just gonna
Lillian
stand here.
will ask you if you don't have anybody to dance with for the next dance, would you be interested in dancing again?
I think I'll
Aurelia?
sit this one out.
You're gonna reject her dance proposal?
Whoa.
I think I'll sit this one out. I'm feeling a little tired.
Whoa.
That is a big deal.
Yeah.
Well, okay. And you can see she looks like very deflated. And you lose an admiration point with Lillian
figured.
for rejecting her proposal.
Did Sebastian
Oh,
say
Am I
reject
am
her
I
too?
nearby? Can I see what's going on?
You should, I guess, you're far enough away that you didn't hear anything, but you can see that Lillian held out her dance card, and you can see you can judge from nonverbal communication that Aurelia rejected her. And she's just like, okay.
Can I walk over and say, is everything okay here?
Everything's fine. Totally fine.
Does
No,
anyone-
I feel bad.
I was gonna leave it open-ended. Would anyone like to dance with me for the next round?
You're just
Does Sebastian
inviting the
agree?
whole group.
Well, because there's the 3 people. And I'm just like,
Anybody
anybody,
Dance all.
please.
and I'm gonna look pointedly towards Lillian because she looks upset. I can tell that she got rejected.
Sebastian is he looks at you and he's like, I have other plans in mind for the next round of dancing, but I appreciate the offer. And Lillian she's not speaking up because she's hurt by this person she looked up to so much saying she didn't want to dance with her. I retract my statement about
Digging the
your
knife
children.
deeper. I'm tired, okay? All this perfection. and
This
you're
is
just-
awkward.
It is awkward. Do you?
I'm so glad I'm out in the fucking garden.
I know. I'm really glad I'm not there. I'm off sneaking around doing God knows what at this point.
Phoebe's like, thank God I'm invisible because I am red from embarrassment.
Uh,
I just walk into the woods invisible and never come back. Except I don't know this is happening, so it's fine.
Yeah, what is happening at this point?
Yeah. Lillian looks so hurt. I would just want to be like, Lillian, would you like to go get some drinks with me?
So I'll give you this like DM context for you specifically, Bree, that she's probably not going to accept like an open offer for a dancing invitation, but if you specifically straight up ask her, that might be more.
Yeah. Oh, will she go? Yeah, after our awkward moment, will she go get drinks with me? So we can walk and like talk things out.
Sure. Yes. She'll walk with you away from this very awkward conversation.
Anything
and
to get away from this.
Grab her and be like, "We're sorry for Aurelia. Sometimes she's just like that."
I do have -1 wisdom, so.
All right.
So what it sounds like.
She's like, yeah, a drink would be nice. So she just walks with you away. Aurelia, what are you gonna do? You're just like awkwardly standing there now. Sebastian is like, I got plans. Bye.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sebastian left.
He did. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I want to basically like patrol the perimeter. Like you said, there's the gardens. Was there other areas around here?
Like,
I'm gonna follow Sebastian. Yeah, I'm gonna follow that guy.
You're gonna follow Sebastian?
I'm gonna follow him.
She's already made everyone uncomfortable. So it's a little more.
Might as well just keep it up.
And we haven't danced yet. So.
Well, that'd be so mean to dance.
he just rejected.
Said you're too tired.
Well, yeah, he just rejected Charlotte's open offer by saying he has other plans. So
I'm more like if you tell Lillian, no, I'm too tired, but like I'm gonna go ask him.
Yeah, if you dance with anyone, Lillian is going to stab you.
It's over.
Said he have other plans, and the like no social cues version of Aurelia just follows Sebastian like, what plan? What you doing? What are you doing at a wedding? What plans could you have at a wedding? Where are you going? Where are you headed? What you doing? I want to know.
Can you at least be somewhat circumspect about it?
We can't ask her to do anything.
Yeah, you guys are not there.
But I follow it.
I'm praying to the Aurelia gods while I'm over there. I'm just
we're like, please don't let her screw this up.
I will follow him, but not like to just go barrage him with questions. But the questions are in my mind, like, what's he doing? Where's he going? I want to know what he's doing. What's he doing? I want to know.
And we're protecting him too, so.
Yeah, I'm supposed to protect him, and I think Charlotte has Lillian under eyes, so I need to keep eyes on Sebastian. That is my singular goal.
That is your singular goal. You follow Sebastian. He begins to head actually from the dance floor area back towards Silver Lodge. And so as you kind of follow him, are you following him at a distance or like really close?
At a distance, yeah.
Okay. Like not making it too obvious that you're following him.
Yeah.
And
do I need to roll something? Or?
No. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. That is a much more obvious follow. It has an alert and everything. Yes, go ahead and roll a stealth check for me. Even though you're not like hiding in the shadows, let's just see how well you can kind of blend in.
And she took off her armor, so.
Yeah, she's in her red and white fine dress.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 2.
No!
So that's
you are outwardly muttering to yourself, I wonder what he's doing. Where is he going? What are these plans of his? As you begin to enter the Silver Lodge area, you actually see Rosalinda and Morgan coming out, and she's like dragging him onto the dance floor because you hear the music start to pick back up with some dancing music for the next dance set. And yeah, you head in. Helena, this paths sort of converge, and you see Sebastian walking into Silver Lodge, and you see that not very far behind him is Aurelia talking to herself out loud, and like very obviously like stalking Sebastian.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm gonna snag her and pull her into like a very large hedge, or like, I don't know, is there a statue to hide behind or something?
There's like alcoves, yeah, with like paintings and statues and things, yeah.
And be like, what are you doing?
following Sebastian. Didn't you hear me?
I did. Don't make it so obvious.
Okay, I mean I'll try, but he and
Lillian.
Lillian were arguing in the garden.
No, you did not
You
hear
don't
them
know this.
arguing.
You don't know
you
that.
You didn't hear them arguing.
I know
my
this.
God.
It's okay. Now
I
you
saw
are.
them leave the garden.
There
I
you
saw
go.
them
There
leave
you go.
They
There you go.
looked
There you go.
tense.
and they looked tense. So
Well,
I
of
just
course,
follow them.
he and Lillian were arguing over something clandestine.
Well, that explains why they were so tense.
Yeah, but we need to be more circumspect in our, surveillance activities.
Where's Phoebe?
It's a good question.
She's invisible and
I'd
ran
like
away
to know
because she was so
too.
embarrassed. No, I turned her invisible. She's fine. She's going to try to find Galleon.
Well, okay. That seems like a good plan, but Charlotte has eyes on Lillian. We need to keep eyes on Sebastian.
Okay, all right, but wait, where's Max also? Do we know where Max is?
You do not.
I think that's
We are
Phoebe
so
is-
bad at keeping track of
We
three people.
suck. Okay, listen. When we left, when Helena and I left, he and Liz were not there anymore at the dance place.
Mm,
They're not in the garden. They're not here. So they may be where I'm also going to sneak.
okay, yeah,
So like I'm looking
Um,
for all of them.
okay.
That was the plan.
So I will tell Aurelia, okay, fine, but let's not make it obvious that we're following him.
try.
It's the best we can ask.
So, Katie, can we keep following him, but like more covertly?
Sure.
I won't
We
mutter
can-
to myself.
Both of you go ahead and roll stealth checks.
It's better. I got a 17 that time.
Oh.
Oh, I got a
Helena showed
16.
me what's
We're
up.
good. We're good.
16, 17. Okay. So you both you see Sebastian. He seems to be like looking around, but you're not sure. Like he just seems to be like looking for somebody, perhaps. And he is like going down most of like the public areas, but then he does turn down the corridor towards like where the private rooms are and things in this space. Are you gonna follow him into like it would be a little bit more obvious if you tried to like follow him down this hallway.
And I'm already there. in
Can
theory.
I?
You are in
tell-
a
yeah.
different part, technically. You're kind of like in
Okay.
a they're all private
Okay.
spaces, but no. Yeah. He's going like a different direction from where you are.
Ugh. Okay.
So I can't like, but I can. Can I tell where Phoebe is? Because like
No,
I know
she's
where
invisible.
my magic is.
No,
Well, but I can tell where my magic is, right?
no.
Ooh.
I can like sense
That's a
it.
good question.
You cannot. You
Why
cannot.
can't I? That's how magic
Well, you
works.
saw what way I was going.
You saw
She
what way
knows
she was.
that.
Yes, you saw which way she was going, and it was down like a different direction.
Different way.
Okay. Do we have any other good way of doing this, Aurelia?
You
Do
don't
you
have like
a-
send a message or
You
anything?
should have saved your invisibility. Tried to
use
tell
it or
you.
lose it?
I'm super
Um,
sneaky.
I do have detect magic, but it's not prepared. Anyways. I can do disguise self.
As
Who can go down this way? Can the servants go down
Is
this
I
way?
think disguise self is concentration, so you would
Oh, damn
lose
it.
your
I think you're right.
invisibility.
Okay, never mind.
But
But
in-
Fine.
okay, here's a thought though. I would have been able to have used it for however long by now. You know, like
Mhm.
time has passed just because I
But she
haven't
did-
actually played
It's not
it.
been an hour though.
I know, but I
Yeah.
have my cloak.
Oh no,
have my-
I don't need concentration for disguise self.
Okay, there you go.
So can who else can go down this corridor he's going down?
I mean, technically anybody can. It's just there's not like guests really
Okay. I would like to disguise myself as Milton.
there. Okay. What is Aurelia doing? Is Aurelia just hanging
I'm gonna
back?
stand guard at this door.
I'll
I
hiss
don't-
at her and I'll be like, wait, here.
Don't.
I'll say, if you hear what's a good signal, Aurelia?
If I hear anything, I will pretend to be really drunk.
No, but like, what's the signal for me to give you to like come join us?
Oh, for you. Bird noises don't make sense inside of the lodge. Can you- Yeah, I don't.
Okay, my mage hand can tap you on the shoulder. My mage hand works for 30 feet away. So as long as I don't go more than 30 feet, we're okay.
Let's
not that
hope
far.
nobody taps me on the shoulder.
Fine, I'll tap you on the forehead, okay?
Pull my earlobe.
Okay, that's weird. It's gonna be the forehead.
Forehead works too.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, so I'm gonna disguise myself as Milton, and really hope he's not over here. Actually, wait. Who do we know is not over here that can be over here?
Lillian?
Rosalinda or Lillian. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'll be Lillian then.
Wait, no, don't do Lillian because they were just
They're
having
mad.
a conversation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, shit, they were just talking. Okay, I'll be Milton. I'll be Milton.
You could just be a servant. I don't know. I'm not
What
part of
if-
this conversation.
what
Never mind.
if-
DM lady,
What
do we
if-
know who has permission or like won't be?
I mean,
looked at
all of the
weirdly?
people who you are saying would be fine.
Okay, I'll be a servant. I'll be a nameless servant. That way I don't
No,
have to know
no,
who's
sorry.
Milton.
I
Selfish.
should say not all of the named people that you said are.
So
would be
Milton.
fine.
Fine, I'll
You
be
should be
Milton.
Milton.
I'll be
What
Milton.
about
I really hope
Lysandria?
no one. I don't.
We
run
haven't
into
seen
actual
him.
Milton.
We haven't seen him.
All right, so you're gonna be Milton.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like I
I'd
feel
be like,
Milton
oh
would know all
shit,
the
that was
dirty
his name.
deeds.
It was Milton.
All right, so you cast disguise self on you, and suddenly Aurelia in front of you, you see Helena's figure totally change, and she is now that was the changing magic sound.
I like the sound.
Yes, thank you. And
Sailor
she
Moon too.
is now a blue
tiefling.
tiefling. Yeah, I'm gonna pull his picture up. I think I sent you guys his picture before too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there it is in case you wanted it again. And now Helena looks like this. And I don't think, does it disguise your voice or just your appearance? I think it's just appearance.
That's funny.
No.
No voice, right? Just looks.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about sound.
Okay. Yeah. So yes, and when she talks, Aurelia, it is Helena's voice with Milton's body, and it is a little bit disturbing.
Well,
what
that's
does Milton sound like? I'll try to sound like him.
What does Milton sound like? He has a little bit of a deeper voice, and he is a lot simpler with the words he chooses. He doesn't elaborate on anything.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, you follow Sebastian off down this hall, and he enters like a parlor area. You going behind him? The doors are open.
Yeah.
Okay. You follow him, the double doors. And are you still
I'm
trying
gonna do
to
it a little cautiously, just in case I run into
Like-
actual Milton.
Like, who's in here? Yeah.
and are you still trying to be? So you're trying to be a little bit kind of sneaky still.
Mhm.
Roll a stealth check.
All right, dice, don't let me down. Oh, okay. All right. What's my stealth? Okay, 17.
So you manage. Sebastian is like kind of on a mission, so he does not notice you behind him. You manage to follow him into the parlor, and you see him just like collapse himself onto, not collapse like fall on the ground. Sorry, or just realized the poor choice of words. Onto like a lounging chair, just like sighs, and he's just like very clearly exasperated, and yeah, sitting on this chair. You are in the room with him now. He sort of like looks up and sees like, oh, Milton, I didn't realize you were here.
Master Sebastian, whatever is the trouble?
Go ahead and roll a
Performance.
performance check. I want to hear how good
Whoa,
your-
19!
Okay, good.
Amazing.
Despite
I can't
barely,
roll
I was
good when
gonna
I'm
say,
dancing, but I sure can when I'm disguising.
despite
This is
barely
more important.
despite barely remembering what Milton looked like, you are able to make a perfect impression of his voice, even though you've been introduced to him once. And Sebastian is like, well, it's just this wedding is it's just a lot to handle, you know? It's a lot, but I'm sure it will be fine. You know, well, I'll look back at this and remember all of the joyful moments and the proud accomplishment we have had merging these two families, don't you think?
It is indeed. I'm keeping it short and sweet because that's how Milton talks.
Because you know that.
Yeah, I've met
Because you
him.
met him one time.
Yeah, we're bros.
Milton, actually, it's quite coincidental that you've shown up here. I'm looking for Maximilian. Have you seen him?
No, I was hoping he was with you.
He is not. All right. Well, perhaps he wandered off somewhere else. With Lysandrea or something like that. I'm not sure, but also I keep changing her name from it's Lysandria. I don't know why I just changing the way everybody's names are pronounced all the time. Yes, perhaps he wandered off with her. I can't find him. Was looking for him briefly to talk to him this evening. But well, if you see him, Milton, and he like stands up and he's like, let me know, will you?
I certainly will, Master. What did you wish to speak to him about?
Oh, just a couple of private affairs. Free dig.
Certainly.
Sip my tea.
roll a
Certainly, sir.
roll a persuasion check.
Okay, nope.
Dang it.
I rolled a 2, but I get a +4. 6.
Yeah, not enough for him to spill any beans with you. Yeah.
No beans.
No beans.
Okay.
The ballot always knows.
He might know, but that doesn't mean
Too
that.
bad she's not him.
Yeah. Exactly.
He might know, yeah.
Well, yes, just keep me posted then, will you, Milton? I might go, yeah, scout about, see if I can find him elsewhere. But thank you. Good chat.
Best of luck.
And Sebastian leaves. He heads off back down the hallway where he came from.
Damn.
Where I'm standing?
Uh-huh. Where you're standing.
Cool.
You're still in like the acceptable area, I think. Like it's
Just chilling.
yeah, sort of on the border. As
yeah,
you walk,
I guess I can also. Oh no, wait! I don't want to tap her because then she'll come back. Okay, never mind. I'm not doing anything.
all right.
I'm so nervous right now.
Yep.
What is Phoebe seeing in while she's invisible?
Oh yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. We are actually gonna skip though momentarily back
That's
to the
fine.
dancing. And where we have Charlotte and Lillian. Poor rejected Lillian.
Sorry.
She didn't deserve it.
And yeah, you take her to go get a drink. She seems like just a little bit more comforted by the fact that somebody at least has showed an interest, even though she enjoyed her so much, her dancing with Aurelia, and thought that they hit it off so well. Aurelia even picked her to dance instead of her brother. She's just confused and she starts like talking about all of it. I thought we were friends. What happened?
Oh, Lillian, don't worry about it. Aurelia can be a little odd sometimes, but she means well. I think she truly is just tired.
Perhaps you're right. We all reach that point at some point in the evening. So I just, I probably shouldn't take it to heart, right?
Yeah, it's totally fine.
Well, you have been such a lovely friend, Phoebe. You know, or sorry, not Phoebe, Charlotte. You have been such a lovely friend. I wish that, you know, that Aurelia maybe could take some lessons from you on that. She could probably learn to be a little bit more demure like you, a little bit kinder, perhaps.
Sure, but she is a fighter by profession.
That's true.
She's very excellent.
I know. That's what drew me to her in the first place. We have that in common. Well,
So how's your evening going, Lillian?
Oh, it is. It's been going interestingly. You know, I think as far as one could imagine, it is. The dancing has been phenomenal. I'll say that.
It truly has.
Speaking
Would you like
of,
to dance?
yes, I was gonna say. Well, you first.
Do you want to dance with me?
Yes, let's do it. So you guys, you go ahead and write your name on your dance card for the next set of dances. At this point, the orchestra is like just picked up, and they are playing a cotillion for the last dance, which is also like a very fun like group dance. You actually end up in the same group as Rosalinda and Morgan, so the four of you are sort of together for this dance. So tell us, Charlotte, how well does your dancing with Lillian go?
9.
Okay.
I'm just preoccupied with how upset that she looked earlier.
Yes, you're very focused. Yeah. Okay. Well, this is unfortunately not as good as you were doing before. Yeah, you're a little bit preoccupied by the conversation. Lillian's head is clearly in another place, so she's messing up as well. Morgan and Rosalinda are very into it, and you guys do not have the energy at level that they have at the moment. So, like, the steps between the group four of you just like are not flowing. You and Lillian try and bump into each other a couple times, thinking you're both going the same direction. It's just not. It doesn't look the best. Thankfully, Morgan and Rosalinda are very caught up in like their own fun, so they don't really seem to notice that you're not doing as well and matching the steps. But you and Lillian are clearly not on the same page, and you unfortunately afterwards, Lillian sort of excused herself, and she goes, "I'm sorry, I thought that I was in the right place to dance, but I think I'd rather just sit the next one out." And she does not dance with you a second time in the set.
I'm feeling pretty tired too. I think I need a break.
Yeah.
Can I join you?
Yes, that's fine. And so you guys, you managed to just sort of sit to the side, like maybe we shouldn't be dancing right now. Not gonna be the best for us at the moment. And we'll switch over to Phoebe, who is invisibly wandering around the Silver Lodge. Phoebe, tell us, what are you looking for? Where do you want to go? Or what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to like listen at doors, like just to see if I can figure out if Gallian or Max or Liz are back here, if they might be talking to each other, if I see anything else at all. But like those are my main, is like, are they back here?
Yeah.
Can I overhear anything, etc.?
Can you roll a perception check for me?
Yeah. Okay, come on. This one's got to count. It's not bad, but it's not good. It's 11.
11, okay. You walk into sort of like it's like a study type of area. The doors are open sort of like into the parlor. It's not closed off.
Good.
And you're like kind of surprisingly don't see anybody. Like you would expect to see more activity here or like run into somebody, and you don't. When you come back out into the hallway, you do see that Galliane seems to be walking down the hallway, back towards like the main dining lodge area.
Okay.
Which is who you were following and trying to find.
It
in the
was
first
my
place.
original
I was gonna
plan.
say. I think that's who you were looking for originally.
Yeah, but I kind of also know that my peeps are out there. So like, once she's out there, they'll keep an eye on her. And
Do you know that?
I know that Helena's out there.
You do know
We
that
were
Helena's
supposed to
out
be
there.
Yeah,
Or she was when I left her
Yeah.
there. So that's
yeah.
as far
I said
as
I was
know.
gonna look for her out in the public areas.
So, my thought is, it's like she's not with anybody.
Galliane, no.
Yeah. Does she look upset or
Yes.
evil? She looks upset.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. Okay. I'm gonna give it like a few seconds. Can I like get a glimpse of like where she was coming from?
It looks like she is coming from the like library. Like there's like a
Can I see in the library?
it's like right next to the study where you were.
Yeah. Can I take a peek?
It's closed. It's a closed
Can
door.
I listen?
Sure. Yeah. Roll a perception check.
Please be better. 12.
You
better.
Yes, it is better. You don't hear anything specifically.
Are there any? Wait. So she came out and closed the door behind her.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any other doors?
In the hallway
Secret
at all, or to that
passageways?
room?
Yeah.
That's
that
the
room.
only door to that room.
In the stud or in the parlor or whatever I was in before.
The study.
There's no like door connecting it that
No,
I can see.
not that you can see. No.
Secret bookcase door.
No.
Okay. Can I like do a quick like, I don't know how big this area is, but like quick like sweep of like, is anybody else out here? You know?
Yeah. You can like walk a little bit further down.
I definitely want to talk to her later, but I obviously wouldn't do that now anyway. so.
Go ahead and roll an investigation check for me.
Oh, that's better. Investigation. Ooh. 19.
19. So you do know that like when you're in this little like study, there a lot of the books, you do notice like as you're kind of looking around trying to find things, that there's like a shelf that has a bunch of books that are very rare, and they appear to have once belonged to the Seven Keys Library in the Northwind Gate.
Do I know what that is?
Basically, they are books placed like they're all about specific spots in the Argentus forest where like specific surveying methods could be taken out. So like for example, it shows like, you know, what type of rocks are on the area and like what type of drilling methods you could use, and they were carried out by like a research group from this Seven Keys library.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. I'm just like, my first thought is like, are they like super overdue library books? Like,
they don't return their library books. Clearly, there's something up.
Can I like? No, like nobody else is in the room, right? But I like can tell that by looking at them. So like I kind of want to like take them off the shelf and put them back on the shelf, see if anything happens.
Okay, you can do that. Nothing happens.
That's fine. It was worth a try.
Yeah.
And then like flip through like
Yeah.
see if there's anything I can glean
Yeah.
about like the family and what they're up to.
You notice a bookmark in one of the pages. And this specifically, it looks like all these books are pretty dusty, but like this one looks a little bit less dusty. And you also see that where the bookmark is, there's a bunch of pages with underlined sections.
Okay, what do those say?
Are you gonna like read it?
Yeah.
Okay. It takes a little bit.
Floating book in the library.
What'd you say?
What?
Yeah, just a floating
It's like
book
a
in the
floating
library.
book in the library.
I mean, like, nobody's here. It's okay.
Yeah, so if you take the time to read it, you can tell that basically this is one of those like survey books, but it is specifically, this book is about the Silver Lodge. And it is all about like different sites that are right near the Silver Lodge that were surveyed long ago and found to have a possible like low to medium concentration of silver. And,
what
and-
who would have thunk it?
and also ore and also mithril.
What's
Which
that?
okay, so yes, for Lord of the Rings people know what that is. Yeah. So mithril is like an extremely valuable and rare mineral. Dangerous, but very, very valuable. And you notice that there is also some writing in the margins and like annotations.
Yeah.
And it says, if this is correct, mining here could be extremely lucrative! Exclamation point.
No shit.
Mhm.
Sorry. Okay. I've learned something today. Okay, I'll put those back, but I don't. Okay, I'll put the books back. I don't like. There's no other bookmarks or anything like that that catch my eye.
Correct.
Okay. Anything else like sitting around on the tables?
That is most of what you see.
Okay. So
You're doing some good snooping.
Thank you.
Are, yeah.
Like, you're only invisible once a day, so
Once an hour. For an hour.
Okay. So like there's no like potential entrance to that other room. Do I go open the door? I kind of want to.
Don't you? Helena cannot make any suggestions to you. She is in another room.
This is through
And
the ether.
she's also looking.
I
looks
feel like Helena would want me to do
she
this.
looks like Milton at the moment, so it's not even Helena.
Milton's like, yes,
Do
it.
Okay, I feel like I really want to know, and I feel like talking to Galleon is not going to help me, and I'm invisible, so like the door creaks open, but nobody's there. So I'm going to do it. So like, okay, I'm going to go up to the door of that room. I'm going to listen one more time because I've left and come back. Can I do that?
Say that again.
So I listened at the door before, and then I went back in the parlor and looked
Okay.
around. Can
Yeah.
I go listen again?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can.
Okay, I rolled better that time. So that's perception.
Perception.
15.
15. Actually, you as you approach the door to listen, you notice that the door is ajar.
So wait, okay. But for real,
You were
I was
very
in the parlor.
engrossed in that book. I asked if you wanted to spend the time reading it, and you were like, "What is all of this about mining and ores and
You
whatever
tricked
minerals
me.
there are?"
Okay.
You lost
Okay,
sight of your
so-
post and got distracted by the book. That's not my fault.
Okay, so nobody's in there anymore. All
That is correct. The room is empty.
right, I'm gonna hustle. Like hustle to see if I can catch who it was.
How can a door be ajar?
Ah.
There's nobody in this hallway. Like whoever it was probably walked either into another room or back into the dining area.
So like, okay, I would like to like check in the rooms as I go.
You're gonna open all the room doors?
No, the ones that were open.
Oh, that there were no other. Just the one.
Oh.
Only the study was open. Just like because it's like a big seating area, kind of.
Okay. I feel like I'm gonna take my chances that maybe they went back out, and I'm gonna try to hustle and see if I can see someone heading out of this direction.
Okay. Go ahead and you. So you went. Wait, which way did you go? Sorry, got distracted.
I mean, back out.
Back out towards the.
Like, yeah.
Okay. Yep. You do, and when you do, you see, like you can pretty obviously see Aurelia standing in like the main area, and at this
Nobody
point,
else?
a little bit of time has passed. So, the like second, both those dance sets are over at this point, and everybody has sort of concluded break, again of dancing and things like that. And actually, let's see, who's out on the dance floor? Just you, Charlotte, right?
I'm not back that far.
You're not.
Right.
You're not dancing, but you're
No,
out
I'm
there.
sitting
You're out there with
with Lillian.
Lillian. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You see Liz come up to you, and she just like looks really distressed, and she comes up and says, Charlotte, I need to talk to you right now. Where's your sister? Where are your friends?
I don't know. I was dancing, and now I'm the only one from my group here.
Okay.
We seem so competent.
We done fucked up.
What is going on? What can I help with,
And
Liz?
she was like, sorry, Lillian, can we just talk privately for a moment? And Lillian's like, yes, no problem. I'm gonna go see about getting some snacks anyways. It's okay.
She's walking away.
Charlotte's like, don't go too far.
All right, so Liz pulls you aside so that you can like have a quick private conversation, and she's like, I can't find Max. I haven't seen him since we left, like not this dance set, but the set before
Should
that.
have opened the doors.
And
No.
I don't know if he went off with somebody else, or have you seen him at all?
I haven't seen him. How hard have you looked?
I mean,
Where
I've
have you
like
been?
I've walked like all around the grounds and the dance floor. I was talking with some other people, so I was distracted for a while. But I figured that he would be coming back to dance with me for this second set, and he hasn't approached me, or this next set, and he hasn't approached me at all. I'm worried that something might have happened to him, or I don't know. Probably I'm just being overly concerned, right? But
Well, it is kind of weird. 'Cause I don't know where my friends are either.
yeah. Where did you last see them? Why are they all just gone?
I got caught up in the dancing, and then
Did we tell you the plan?
Aurelia walked off, and I don't know where the other two went.
Okay, well,
Should have hired
let's-
better people.
She didn't pay us.
Tired.
True.
okay, well,
She got what she paid for.
perhaps we should go try and find them. Did they go towards the lodge, or are they in the garden? Where are they at?
I'm not sure, but let's check the lodge first since we're so close to it.
Okay.
And let's bring Lillian.
No, we should keep her out of it. I don't want her to get worried if there's something wrong.
But I just want to keep my eyes on her. Remember you told us about the curse?
Oh, I think that maybe perhaps this is that.
Oh, maybe we should keep an eye on Lillian.
Remember you told us about the curse?
Remember that curse? Yes, I remember. That's why I'm coming to you saying I haven't seen my husband in the last 20 minutes.
I was looking for him, for the record. I just failed.
Well, we can come right back out, but I really want to find your friends so we can keep them informed, because we probably want everybody to be keep an eye out and see if they can find him, right?
I think we should bring Lillian, but if you don't want to, okay.
I don't want to include her. I don't want her to be worried.
Okay, let's hurry up.
Lillian,
Something about blood. I
you-
mean, she theoretically could
see-
be okay.
you see that Lillian is talking with Milton actually on the side, and so the two of them seem to be very engaged in conversation, and Milton actually leans across and writes his name on her dance card. So it appears like Lillian is going to be dancing with Milton potentially at this next set, and they'll probably be conversing until that point. You feel like fairly
Wait, there's
confident.
more dances?
Yes, it's not over.
I thought there were
One
only
more?
like 9.
Oh,
That was what our dance card had.
there's another side of it, but that doesn't matter for our purposes. So you all walk in, and at this point, the only person that you see is weirdly Milton, and also Oh, really? I mean, and it's very confusing because you just saw Milton with Lillian writing on her dance card.
Can I drop it before I kind of go out there with everyone else?
You drop it, okay.
She just comes back.
You
to
see
the
Milton walk into an alcove and Helena come out.
Oh. Okay.
Weird.
But I know that she can. I know that she has that power. Right?
Yes, you do. Yeah.
Still kind of jarring.
And actually, Liz.
Be cool about it, guys.
Liz would probably be a little bit confused as well, but she's very focused on one issue at the moment right now. So she comes over to the three of you guys, and says, "I haven't seen Max." And she explains to you all that, they were supposed to be, that she met up with and was having a conversation with other people during this last set and just talking to other guests and mingling, and she figured he was doing the same, but that she hasn't seen him at all. And she tried looking everywhere and asks if you guys, have seen him.
We've been trying to locate him as well, trying our best to keep an eye on him and his siblings.
Do you think you can, look around a little bit more, or perhaps,
Certainly.
Okay. Well, I don't want anybody else to, get suspicious or, think that there's something wrong, so I'll try and just maybe act, normal, and then see if there's any...
idea.
Oh, yeah?
What if you just give us a tour of the lodge, and we'll just follow you? You're the bride. You can do whatever you want on your wedding day.
If only that were true, but there are so many more expectations on me than I have control over. Okay. Well, perhaps we can, at least I can point out where some of the areas are so that you can look around. So she walks, not towards the hallway where you guys originally were, Helena, really, but where the hallway where Phoebe was going.
Am I still there?
And you still are, yes. I'm going to get you in a second. And she walks to that area and kind of points, and she's like, down this way is the study and also our library and in our quarters. So perhaps there's something that you can find there. But I'm not sure, I did check there a little bit ago, but I don't know. I don't want guests to see me missing either and get suspicious either. So I tried to do it subtly. But perhaps we could go there. Skip forward. Phoebe. As you leave the place where you are, you notice that there's a different door. I'm sorry.
A different what?
A different door. A different door.
It's I don't know what that is.
And
Okay.
it's like a set of glass doors.
Mm.
And it is a looking out over a balcony, and the glass doors are open, almost and there's a draft coming in, and you didn't notice it the first time you went down this hallway, but you
Clearly I didn't notice anything. So.
you do notice it this time.
Yeah, I do.
Do you
Let's
go
check it out.
see
Yeah.
it? Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Nah. We're good.
Try nothing.
You go back, or you go towards this glass door that opens, and you see that there's it's a pretty shallow balcony area, but it's a long veranda, and it is attached to a couple of different rooms. There's clearly entrances to this balcony from multiple places, and
Okay.
and as you walk across, weirdly you notice that there's some of the stones on the railing that are on the ground, on the actual balcony where you are,
Huh?
yeah. So there's bricks and things that are blocking the balcony so that you don't just walk off the edge of the balcony.
Oh.
Some of them
Yeah.
some of them have been disturbed, and they're on the ground where you are now.
Below the balcony or on the balcony?
On the balcony.
Okay. I think I get what you're saying.
Like the guardrail.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking a handrail.
Yeah.
But it's a pile of rocks. that's keeping
No,
it
it
from
just
falling off.
it just looks the guardrail is made of stone, not metal.
It's a rock wall guardrail.
And
Yes.
some of the rock, but it's not
Not that
like
pile. They're connected
cemented
with more.
together. They're just stacked. Okay, you know what? It's fine. Yeah,
The mortar
okay.
can be loose.
Yes.
Things can fall out.
This seems like a
We-
really bad balcony.
Like, have you ever heard of a brick house? Brick houses are not made of just a bunch of rocks stacked on top of each other. Like, I mean, technically, I guess at its core, that's
yeah,
what
but like
it
you
is.
couldn't just have them like fall onto the balcony. You know what? Okay, but it's been disturbed. It's fine. We can move on.
Also,
I have a lot of questions.
May
but-
I point out,
I
if
have
they're
a lot of
on the balcony, that means that someone went over the balcony and then onto the balcony and then pushed them that way. If someone went from the balcony off the balcony, they wouldn't land
Yeah.
on the balcony.
Yeah, I know.
They'd go the other way.
I'm really confused.
I
but
think
let's-
Katie's trying to say that it that someone jumped off the balcony.
jumped off the balcony.
What would you like to do? You see the balcony railing,
Okay,
it has been disturbed.
nobody's on the balcony.
That is correct.
She's like, I gave too much detail.
I got them sidetracked and off track. We're
Look at me, it
bringing
seemed
it-
like someone jumped onto the balcony. I
The-
agree. Okay,
The balcony
I-
railing has clearly been disturbed.
I look over. Do I see anybody in the grass?
You do. There is a mangled body lying at the bottom of the balcony.
Holy shit.
We suck at our jobs.
And the body is very clearly and obviously wearing the clothes of Lord Maximilian.
No!
Darlington.
He hated Liz so bad he jumped off a railing.
No, what's her freaking name? Pushed him.
Galleon.
But she came from a different room.
She
but
did.
still, I'm suspicious. Oh shit.
She
Is he
found
like
out-
dead?
She said
from
mangled.
from the way that his body is lying, yes.
Oh shit. Oh. Okay. Oh, I feel
Well-
bad.
With free help, you get what you pay for.
We didn't do our job.
Do I get my money back?
That's where your priorities are.
I learned about potential motives, but I might have caught him.
Well, there's Galleon who had a
Wait,
thing with him in the
wait.
past.
Before you continue this conversation, what are you gonna do, Phoebe? You just
Oh,
found this
Jesus.
body.
Is there anybody else on the balcony? Like I can see in the other rooms now though. So like, can I do a quick like run down and see if anyone's in any of the rooms? Like I won't run. Clearly this balcony is kind of shoddy, but where's the lie?
Yeah, you can do like a quick run through of the rooms.
Like quick, like
as
just-
you
yeah.
as you come back into like off of the balcony and into the hallway, you do see Liz, Helena, Aurelia, and Charlotte at the end.
shit,
Wasn't us.
guys. Okay.
Oh my god, where's that voice coming from?
I don't want to be the one to tell her. I guess I have to. Oh man. We should do a cliffhanger here so I can figure this out next. Guys,
We can pause if you want.
we probably should. It's
This
11.
Yes. Yeah, it's like 10:59. Yeah, we'll end now. So yes, we'll pick it up with Phoebe discovering
The
Lord
dead body.
Maximilian Darlington's body, and yeah, you now have to confront Liz about it and hopefully
So fun.
figure out what happened. But what a great way to end the session, right? It started off so fun, all of this dancing that occurred. I don't know about you, but I was looking forward to seeing Aurelia and Lord Maximilian probably have some really hot, steamy love affair, and that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm
Nobody
really
gets my money
disappointed.
back.
She might be able to do with someone that looks like him.
The brother. He's not a very hot. and
Helena's
steamy
gonna cast disguise
kinda
self
guy.
and pretend to be Max.
I mean, yeah, I could
Oh,
do that too. That'll make you
actually-
feel better.
That'd be a really cool idea of like confronting the potential suspects to see how they react.
So disguise self is a one-off. Like, I can't do it again.
Dang it. Dang it.
First thing tomorrow morning.
Long rest.
I am use it or lose it kind of wizard, okay?
You should take a page out of Phoebe's book and like maybe have a plan next time.
All right. Well, we are gonna end it there, and yes, with the image of the alive and well, handsome Lord Maximilian Darlington in front of you, but maybe not the most well liked. Clearly,
No.
some potentially, yeah. So next session, we'll have to see if you guys can figure out what happened and what went down. But thank you for joining us. Hopefully you enjoyed all of the dancing, yes, there are. You haven't even uncovered everything, probably. Yes, too many.
And we are bad friends.
Or perhaps it was just the curse, maybe it was no foul play at all, just an unfortunate curse, family curse.
Still thinking about the balcony.
The rocks
What?
stacked up.
Still thinking about the balcony.
The physics don't work.
Oh my gosh. Well, with that, we are going to end our session for tonight. Thank you again so much for joining us. Hopefully you enjoyed all the shenanigans and the dancing and the fun that we got to have. Yeah, now we will get to have our last session be a little bit hopefully discovering and unraveling what occurred. Thank you guys again for joining, and thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the follows and the subscriptions and the comments and the chat. It was very active and lively today. Yeah, we're looking forward to some fun mystery happening next week. 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central, same spot, same time. And we can avenge or scout out what potentially occurred with Lord Maximilian at the Silver Lodge. And where, with what weapon, and who.
No, what room? It was
We
the balcony.
do know what room. Maybe. Haven't you guys ever seen
start
good
the
murder
balcony.
mysteries? It's never as simple as it seems, right?
True.
All right. Well, thank you again, everyone. Have a good night. We will wrap it up with some music and see you again soon. Bye.